escalator to the booth because it's showtime, Daryl.
I hear you.
For the 4A championship game, Detroit Lakes is in red. Mankato East is in white, and Mankato East will open up with the football. Well, talk about competition. I don't mean to bring up your alma mater this way, but how good is Mankato East? Did you see the backs and receivers? They're in 4A, and they handled Rochester John Marshall.
I know, it's very, very painful. You know, we got Mankato East and handled Rochester John Marshall and also Hastings in the next game that beat them to get here to the state championship. But that also tells you that you got to go through Rochester to get to a state championship.
That was only brought up for informational purposes. Craig Dow at quarterback, 24 touchdowns on the ground. This Mankato East team had 256 yards rushing in the semifinal win against Red Wing. That was a 21-7 game. Dow with 99 yards in that game. Second man through, Tony Steffensmeyer on first attempt from the 20. As we take a look at the defense for Detroit Lakes, Pavelko, Sweeney, Hansen, Zitzo, who made the tackle there, and Ryan Edwards. Zitzo, a 6 foot, 215-pound junior. Detroit Lakes tough in the first quarter, too. They've only given up 20 first quarter points so far this year in the first quarter. 3 yards on the play. Second and 7 from the 23-yard line. Steffensmeyer on the carry. Got a few.
Well, Detroit Lakes is definitely going to have their hands full this afternoon with Craig Dahl and that explosive and fast Mankato East offense.
He's stopped by Dan Sweeney. Detroit Lakes 10-2. Mankato East 12-0. Mankato East again in the white jerseys. As you see Craig Dow. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Dow on the roll up. It's picked off. Intercepted by Nate Pavelko. The first break of the game goes to the Lakers.
Exactly, and that's one thing you didn't expect to see much out of Craig Dahl. He has about 13 fumbles this year. He hasn't had to put the ball up in the air that much, but right there it looked like he didn't really follow through and didn't see his receiver over there, and got that one picked off, put his defense in the hole there to start off.
Pass intended for Mark Rivers, and Nate Pavelko on the pick. Great field position for the first possession by the Lakers. Reed Mankey at the controls. Thrown for 12 touchdowns. He's rushed for 11 himself. 6-foot senior. His brother Rory wears number 2, but Reed's number 3. Not much on the running play. Mike Swenson of Mankato East shuts it down. There, you look at this Mankato East defense, which we'll take a look at in a moment. Lots of size, 6'3", 6'2", 6 feet, 6'4", and 6'4". As we take a look at the Detroit Lakes offense first, Mankey, the big gun, but Service and Raboyne are a great combination. They combined for 282 yards on the ground in that semifinal win against St. Michael Albertville. And there is the offensive line. Shane Tappy, you see there, about to snap it to Reed Mankey. Just 2 on the gain. 2nd and 8 from the 26-yard line. Mankey gives it to the first man through. Tony Adderley made the tackle. Tim Service, the carrier. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Now here's that defense. Mankato East would appear to have a great size advantage on that defensive line.
They will, but they tried to start out there with Detroit Lakes with that quick hitter. Just see if you can hit that seam, bust up in there, and loosen them up a little bit. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more Reed Mankey trying to get out there and press him on the perimeter.
There's the secondary and the linebackers. Well, they've gotten 6 yards on the first 2 plays. 3rd and 4 at the 22 as Detroit Lakes tries to take advantage of the interception by Nate Pavelko. Mankey, he's still got it. That ball's on the ground. And it's going to go the other way on a fumble, so the turnovers are even. We've had 1 by each on the first 2 possessions. We'll talk about it in a moment. A quick break, no score in the opening minutes of the 4A championship.
Yay!
Okay.
And
Wonderful.
Trying to save a little time this holiday season? Then come to Best Buy, where you'll find something fun for everyone on your list, all in one place. Best Buy. This holiday, turn on the fun.
Okay, Vegas, Austin, Tulsa, Vegas, honey, Yuma, and Austin. Straws, kids? Phoenix, huh?
With Darrell Thompson, Jeff Grayson, it's the 4A championship game on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. 2 turnovers already.
That's a very tough start. You see Reed Mankey come down the line. It looked like when he tried to put in there his fullback, he didn't get it back out of there and just fumbled it. Got to take care of that ball.
1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line. Craig Dahl at the controls once again. He had the interception earlier. Dominic Evans fake this out. Down the sideline is Nick Hemmenover. He's going to go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Mankato East.
That's where you see the speed right there, Mankato East. They said it right there. Their coach, Gary Deeks, he said everyone on his team is required to run track, and you could see the speed of Mankato East right there. Sprinting down the sideline. A great move and a nice run by Hemmenover.
I bid on the fake. I thought Evans was going through the middle, and I think Detroit Lakes bid on it a bit, and next thing you know, Hemmenover's off to the races.
It's a very good fake inside. Did a good job of putting it actually in his belly. Craig Dahl didn't he? Picked it out here to Nick Hemmenover, puts a nice little move on that safety right there and just runs it to the end zone.
Conversion good. Mankato East, wow, talk about taking advantage of a turnover. 9:04 left, a 1-play drive. Here it is again.
And there it is. You can see just the pure speed right there of Mr. Hemmenover. Puts a nice little move right there on the safety because they had an opportunity on him, but right here he just outruns them to the end zone.
During the replay, the Cougars quickly got in there for the conversion, so it's 8-0.
They got a lot of backs. Nick Hemmenover's got over 500 yards this year, but Dominic Evans, their other fullback, he's got 496 yards himself. So they got more than one back attack.
That's as good a job as I've seen putting the ball in the back's hands and taking it away, because Evans got sandwiched as soon as that happened.
Well, that's the best way to make sure the defense actually bites on it. They probably call that actually the belly play. You don't see that very much anymore, the belly or the triple option, but right there you saw Craig Dahl did a great job with it.
A 1-play drive after the fumble by Reed Mankey. Mankato East makes the Lakers pay as Nick Hemmenover goes all the way. We had it for 78 yards unofficially. 8-0 Cougars with 9:04 left first quarter. KMSP Television has purchased the broadcast rights to the 2001 Minnesota State High School football games. No broadcast, rebroadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this copyrighted telecast is permitted without the written authority of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School League. Here comes the kickoff from Ben Metcalf. It's taken near the 10-yard line. That is the other Mankey, Rory Mankey, up near the 30-yard line. Pretty good return and field position. Jamie Steffensmeyer on the tackle, so now the Lakers will try it once again.
A nice return by Rory Mankey right there. Good job of sprinting back up in there. It's a little bit bigger than his younger brother, or his older brother. That's about 6'1", 180 pounds. He's got his brother by a few pounds already in 10th grade. Should a few wrestling matches down the basement, huh?
Yeah, and the younger guy's bigger. Well, that's a 1-play scoring drive in 13 seconds. 1st and 10 at the 29. Mankey with a longer count. You see the Cougar line adjust. And it's a sneak by Reed Mankey across the 30. Got about 3 yards. Jamie Steffensmeyer once again on the tackle.
That's an interesting play to start out a drive with. Rarely do you see a quarterback sneak on first down with those huge splits that Detroit Lakes takes right there. That's definitely something different. You don't see splits that big in college very often.
Well, you got a busy weekend ahead here at the Dome. You're going to have a cot here. You're back for the border battle tomorrow.
I'm thinking about it. I was thinking if I could maybe put a cot down in this room, I could just go next door tomorrow to broadcast that Gopher football game.
Gophers in Wisconsin for Paul Bunyan's Axe tomorrow, and then the Bears and the Vikings Sunday night at the Dome in full use. Here's Mankey on a rollout. Got his man open. Nice pass to Tyler Wickham. Gabe Affeline got him out of bounds, but Tyler Wickham makes the catch.
A nice touch right there by Reed Mankey. Nice play fake inside, and then Tyler Wickham did a good job of picking that ball up and picking that first down up right there.
He needed 7. He got 9. Just past the 40-yard line. First and 10, about the 41. Eight minutes left in the first quarter as Detroit Lakes tries to come back. As you see Tyler Wickham, who made the reception, 6'2", 185-pound senior. Reed Mankey. Looked like the snap was almost bobbled there. Luke Baines on the tackle. Mankey getting back to the line may have gotten a yard.
Well, Baines got an opportunity right there. It looked like that Reed just lost that ball before he got into his option play right there, because he definitely wanted to get the ball to Garrett Robin right there and see if they could run that option play, but never got started.
He's got impressive passing numbers. Over 1,400 yards passing. He does the touchdowns, but he's also got 11 on the ground himself. So Reed Mankey can do it both ways. 2nd and 10 at the 41. No gain. Tim Service putting on the burners. Run down at the 10-yard line. Tony Dickmeyer and Patrick McDonald got him. Wow, he looked like Hemanover with the speed there, Darrell. 1st and 10 at the 10.
He looked like him, but I tell you what, that Mankato East defense sure did put on the jets to catch him. Patrick McDonald and Hemanover to catch him back there. He didn't get an opportunity to take it the distance. But a very nice run. Good job of hitting that seam, and then you think that he's gone right there, but Patrick and Tony Dickmeyer able to bring him down. Saved themselves from losing 6 points there.
Right on the 10, they'll mark it. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Well, just as Mankato East had the great option play, Reed Mankey, well, we had movement at the line, so this play won't count. Looks like now we'll get the calls. The referees confer here.
Looks like there might have been some movement on the left side of that offensive line.
Well, they'll go against Mankato East. 5-yard penalty. You'll make it 1st and goal from the 5. Nice break for Detroit Lakes. They had 1st and goal at the 10. Now it cuts in half. First and goal from the 5. Couple of big running plays by each team as the Lakers try to even it up. They're down 8-0. Mankato East with the 2-point conversion. Tony Adderley put it in for the Cougars. 1st and goal from the 5. Garrett Raboyne in there on the carry. Clint Adams makes the tackle. We haven't really called his number yet, Garrett Raboyne, but you were talking about the diversity of this Laker attack. 14 touchdowns himself.
14 touchdowns and almost 1,000 yards, 893 yards coming into this season. And it's a nice strong run right there for a 160-pound young man. He did a good job of barreling in there and dragging some tacklers.
He had 131 yards last week in the win against St. Michael Albertville in the semi. 2nd and goal, ball at the 2. He got 3 on that one. Mankey way down low. Mankey hands off, getting in. Touchdown, Garrett Raboyne.
Well, you can see there's definitely not going to be any shortage of points in this game. It was a nice run right there by Garrett Raboyne, too, because they did have him almost in the backfield, but he was able to spin and contort his body and get in there and pick up that touchdown.
A nice answer by the Lakers after the breakaway run by Hemanover. The Lakers come back.
Because they had him right there at the line of scrimmage. He's unable to bring him down. That Brian Dahl had him.
He did, and Raboyne got by. So it's 8-6 now. Lakers down 2, and as you can see, they'll go for 2 and try to tie it up here. Split backfield. Look at how low Mankey gets. He's on the rollout, puts it up, out of the reach of Tyler Wickham. So it stays 8-6. Great start on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
We're here for the bigger and better PepsiStuff.com game.
We are?
Just go to PepsiStuff.com and enter the code under the Pepsi cap to choose from over 500 music downloads from groups like 3LW. Or win instant prizes like Sam Goody Music, EA video games, drink Pepsi or Mountain Dew to play.
Oh, my. Who's staying for dinner?
Play Pepsi Stuff, powered by Yahoo.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on new Corollas, 4Runners, and Tundras. Offer ends December 3rd, 2001.
Save by zero. Save by zero.
With Daryl Thompson, Jeff Grayson at the Metrodome on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Wow, we got a good one halfway through the first quarter.
No question about that. You got a very good game right here. You can see the power of service powering in that end zone.
There's the replay.
He had him right there in the back, but just unable to bring him down.
So service and Raboyne playing key roles. Had a nice pass to Tyler Wickham also earlier in the drive. A good scoring drive by the Lakers as we get set for kickoff now. Kicking it off is Alan Savig. There's the signal. Receiving Tony Dickmeyer for East. Here we go. Oh, booming kick. It's going over his head and go into the end zone for the touchback. Wow, that was a nice kick.
Very nice kick. Straight on kick. You don't see very many of those anymore. Usually a lot of people are kicking stock or kicking soccer style, but Dickmeyer might want to be a little bit more careful. Let that ball sail over his head. Only went about 1 yard into the end zone.
There's how the Lakers did it. Well, in less than 3 minutes.
Exactly. 6 plays, 71 yards. Nice drive.
Had that big run right up the gut. Good job by Mankey on the option, getting it right away to Service, who got most of the yardage on one play. All right, here's Craig Dahl. He's come back. He's had a 90-yard run this year. That's his longest. He'll hand it off this time, though. Dominic Evans on the play, and Ryan Edwards brings him down. He got a couple.
Strong play up front, but I think we're going to see quite a bit from both quarterbacks this afternoon, both from Reed Mankey and then also from Craig Dahl. They're definitely the leaders on their offensive teams.
That was forward progress. He got 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Ball at the 24. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter at the Metrodome. Dahl looking things over. He's got Dominic Evans right behind him. Hemming over in motion. He goes to the other guy, Steffensmeyer, across the 30. It'll be a first down. Ryan Theraldson brought him down, but it's another Cougar first down.
And another need just for all those varied attack you're going to see. Steffensmeyer's got 10 touchdowns this season, so you got to keep your head in the swivel and do a good job of staying home. Right there, they picked up another first down, but he was able to pick up quite a few yards. Run that misdirection like that, you got to be concerned about everything. Steffensmeyer does a good job of coming in that back seam.
Well, they're faking me out. Steffensmeyer on that one is Evans has been an effective decoy on a couple of plays. 1st and 10, ball at the 32. This time, quarterback keeper, Dahl tried to pitch. He's got the outside now. 50, 40, 30, one man to beat. Touchdown, 68 yards. Craig Dahl.
Wow, there's absolutely no reason Detroit Lakes, he shouldn't have been able to run that far. They had him hemmed up in the backfield. He did a good job, but the play fakes bounced it back out around his own offensive line, was able to get through the entire Detroit Lakes defense and outrun the defender to score that touchdown.
Wow, buckle up for this one tonight.
Exactly, going to be a high-scoring game, should be exciting. Hey, they had an opportunity right here. He faked out the whole Detroit Lakes defense, and then he outruns them into the end zone.
Well, we get the extra point kick coming up here from Ben Metcalf. Going to kick it lefty. It's 14-6 right now. High snap. And they're going to have to throw. They're going to have to improvise and go for 2. Holder is scrambling. Patrick McDonald. Crossfield pass. Batted away by Ryan Edwards. So it's 14-6. We'll take a break as the Lakers will receive down 8.
To Dairyville, where the kids are good and so are the dairy products. It wasn't always that way. Dairyville was Dullsville, and people didn't understand that some dairy products contained harmful hormones. Then one day, Polka Dot Dairy arrived in town, bringing with it healthy, fresh, and hormone-free dairy products. The difference between good and bad dairy products is black and white. Try Polka Dot Dairy products today. Pure chocolate milk from Polka Dot, just $1.19, and orange juice, 2 for $3, or $1.59 each.
Some people like the original. Some people like it extra spicy. The Civic. Get a taste at your Honda dealer.
Gary Dirks and Mankato East with 2 long touchdowns, leading 14-6 over Detroit Lakes. Flint Matzenbacher, well, his team's going to get the ball back here. A couple of big plays, 3 big plays already in this game.
Well, there's definitely some big play players on both sides of the ball, so I don't think we're going to be too worried about how many points get scored tonight.
14-6. Detroit Lakes averaging about 31 points a game. Mankato East 32. They're even there. Mankato East averaging just over 9 points a game, giving up, that is. So they've given up 6. Nice return right out of the blocks by Tim Service across the 30-yard line.
Hey, Tim Service, there's money guy. He's had over 1,000 yards this year, so every time they get an opportunity to get the ball in his hands, they're definitely going to do it. He did a good job there. Got his team some nice field position.
Justin Wilmus on the tackle. Here's the scoring drive. They're not taking much time.
Doesn't take long at all. You know, Gary Deeks does a good job with that team. Boy, that's a seriously fast football team that Mankato East has. 1st and 10 Lakers now at the 37. So, well, they responded the first time Mankato East scored. Let's see how they do after the second time. 4:44 left, first quarter. Plenty of time still to go. Mankey, nice fake. He's got a man. Oh, pass is dropped, intended for Darren Hovland. Tony Dickmeyer on the coverage along the left sideline. That would have been a very nice catch right there by Darren Hovland if he had the opportunity. Reed might have hung that up just a little bit too much, but it was in the right spot. If anyone was going to catch it, it was going to be Darren Hovland. So that's a safe pass, even though it was a little bit too high. He definitely had an opportunity at it right there, and it was inbounds. A little bit less air. He might have had an opportunity to really be able to bring it in and feel a little bit more comfortable. Longer it's in the air, the harder it is for that receiver to catch the ball. Nice camera work by our crew. 2nd and 10, ball at the 37, 4:42 left. First quarter. Here's Mankey out of the shotgun. And he fakes the handoff. He's going to scramble, and he's brought down. Nice job, Josh Pope. 6'4", 240-pound senior. I thought he had a hole, and Josh Pope closed it. Josh Pope, the senior, the captain, doing a good job because they had split out. They had 2 receivers out on each side. Reed Mankey thought he was going to take advantage of it, but Josh was having nothing of that right there. Did a good job of bringing him down for a 1-yard loss. So it's 3rd and 11 after the incompletion and the tackle by Pope. They fake the draw. It looks like the middle opens up right there, but Josh Pope is right there to finish the play. What a nice job there. Well, there's Reed Mankey surveying everything out of the shotgun once again. Last couple of plays he has been. He's got time to look and throw, and he's got a man open, and that's his brother, Rory Mankey. He's got one man to beat. 64 yards. Wow. They don't take any time at all for these drives right here. We got 2-minute drives and 3-minute drives, and right there, Reed Mankey to his younger brother, Rory Mankey. We talked about, I think we're going to see that connection an awful lot this afternoon. So it's going to be an exciting night, and I love that cut that Rory Mankey made at the end of that run. They're going to look, Reed just tossed it to his brother like they did many times in the backyard, I'm sure. He turns the speed right here, and a wonderful cutback right there. Gabe Afolayan thought he had an opportunity, but wasn't able to bring him down. So now it's 14-12. Remember, the Lakers missed on the conversion. They'll take a timeout. First timeout by either team in the half. So it's 14-12. They're down by 2. As they talk over the strategy on the conversion, there's Flint Matzenbacher. I need to talk over some strategy. They probably need to figure out a way to see if they can stop them every once in a while on defense. These guys, this is just a track meet right here. Yeah. Now Detroit Lakes gives up usually about 20 points a game, but they're already over that. They're almost. They'll be over it before the game gets over at this pace. No question about it. One of the more fun starts. Although some of those games with Cretin-Durham Hall, but with both teams this time right out of the chute. A lot of speed, a lot of firepower. They got a lot of different weapons on each of these teams. We've had 4 plays in the opening 8 minutes over 60 yards.
Two by each.
See Coach Dirks over there. He doesn't look too much like a track coach. He looks like he likes to belly up every once in a while, but he does a good job of getting that team ready. Not your typical track coach, though. He looks like a football coach.
Yes, he does. I'm surprised more coaches don't wear the shorts indoors like he is.
A lot of people don't know how hot it gets inside the Metrodome. I was talking to the Detroit Lakes team before the game. I said, you guys make sure you drink a lot of water because it does get hot in here.
All right, here comes try number 2 in the quarter. Reed Mankey brings him up. This is for the tie. Split backfield behind him. Look how low he gets. Mankey fakes. He's got his brother. Got it. Reed to Rory. It just cashed in again.
Exactly. That wasn't really a beautiful pass right there by Reed, but Rory did a great job of adjusting that ball in the air, turning his body and bringing it down to pick up those 2 points and tie up the game.
Rory Mankey with 5 TDs now. Here it is.
Look at Reed just stands there. He doesn't even take any steps back. Just toss it to his brother. Does a great job of catching that ball and bringing the game back up. Tied.
So he got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The Mankey brothers team up. Nice article in the Minneapolis Star-Tribune about their family today. 14-14, 3:45 left first quarter.
It's definitely full speed ahead right here.
I see why they wanted to get this game started so quickly. This is the 5th of 6 games here at the Metrodome today. Hillcrest Lutheran Academy 1-9-man, McLeod West 1A, Atwater Cosmos Grove City 2A, and Jackson County Central 3A. Hastings and Blaine follow this one in 5A. Alan Savick with the signal. 6'4" junior going to kick off. And here we go again. The kickers are getting lots of work. Players run into each other. Returning that one, looks like Tony Dickmeyer for Mankato East. Across the 30-yard line. Good field position for Mankato East.
Oh, Dickmeyer he got an opportunity right there. He's had about 8 returns this year, but right there got the opportunity. He didn't kick it out of the end zone. Look how short that series was. 59 seconds, 63 yards on 3 plays.
Bryce Nelson making the tackle on the return. It'll be 1st and 10. Mankato East at the 36. I've never seen a start quite like this one. This is fun. Still plenty of time left in the first quarter. I formation behind Craig Dahl. And he hands off to the second man through. That's Tony Steffensmeyer. Nice tackle by Tyson Zitzo, a 6-foot junior.
You know what, though? It doesn't seem like it matters. You know, they get out there, they pick up 1 yard, they pick up 2 yards, and somebody cracks it all the way through to pick up a touchdown. They need to try to figure out a way to make somebody punt. I don't think we've seen a punt yet today.
No.
Good defense right there.
2 yards on that one. Well, we've seen a lot of good fakes by that player right there. Craig Dahl has fooled the Detroit Lakes defense once where he kept it, and another one where he wound up pitching it. This time they go through the middle. Dan Hansen making the tackle on Dominic Evans, a junior who lost his shoe.
Yeah, they thought they could get through there. They got to be concerned on the perimeter about Craig Dahl right there, and they tried to sneak Evans up in there, but I'm sure this time they're going to see the real triple option threat. They're going to probably fake that ball to Dominique Evans and let Craig Dahl keep the ball in his hands.
3rd appearance in this tournament for Mankato East. Last year they lost in the semifinals. 10th appearance for Detroit Lakes. They won it all in 92, 93, 95. And coming around is Nick Hemanover. You know his speed. I think he was brought down at the 45. He went about an additional 5 yards. Aaron Fultz on the tackle. Looks like they'll mark it at the 45.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Hemanover's got some speed, but one thing that impressed me even more, Craig Dahl pitched that ball back, then he went out there and tried to do a lead block, and he did a nice job. Yeah, he pitched the ball out right there. He says a little traffic, just help out block a little bit, and then Hemanover does a good job right there hitting the seam. They brought him down right there. One more time for good measure.
1st and 10. Cougars doing it with a little bit shorter chunks this time, although a nice gain for Hemanover. It's at the 44 of Detroit Lakes. All right, here's Dahl. Dahl has got it in his right hand near the 35-yard line, Rory Mankey bringing him down.
Yeah, Rory Mankey playing both ways. He's a nice defensive back, too. I think he's got a couple picks this year, too. So he does a good job on both sides of the ball.
He is just a sophomore. Tied at 14 with 1:30 to go. Detroit Lakes here for the 10th time. They won it all in 92, 93, 95. They were runner-up in 97. Last year, they lost to the eventual champion, Cambridge Isani, 31-28 in the semis. That was a game where they went up 28-0. And George Larson's team came back with 31 straight. So you know that they want to take advantage of being in the title game. Here's Dahl, deep drop. Tough pass to complete, and you just mentioned Rory Mankey. He nearly had the pick.
Rory Mankey's definitely a player. You tell he's been around the football program and around the team a long time. Right there, the safety, because he definitely had an opportunity to pick that ball off, because Brandon Brewstead looked like the tight end was definitely had got by the defensive back, and Rory did a good job, like the safety should do, right there to break up that play.
Well, that was on 2nd and 2, so it's 3rd and 2. I don't know if we've had a third and anything this quarter.
I think we had 3rd down one time.
That's
Craig Dahl ran for a touchdown.
1:15 left first quarter. You see the backfield behind Dahl getting through is Steffensmeyer. He needed to get to the 34. Rory Mankey once again on the tackle.
Well, they got a lot to be concerned about with Nick Hemmon over Dominique Evans and Tony Steffenmeyer. Then you got your quarterback that's got over almost 1,000 yards this year. They got a lot of things to try to think about and control, and it probably is going to be just to see who can score the most points today.
Well, it's shaping up like a fun one here. 14-14. Remember that Mankato East defense, they give up just under 10 a game, so Detroit Lakes has already surpassed in points what Mankato East is used to giving up. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Dominic Evans inside the 30 on 1st and 10. Gains of about 3 yards. Aaron Foltz on the tackle.
You know, that actually looks like almost 5 yards, and that's been their key this afternoon so far. They pick up so many yards early that it leaves your offense with a lot more options when you come to 2nd and 3rd down.
Give them 4. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 27. Great River Energy 1-minute clock. This should be the last play of the quarter if it's a running play. Down a little bit longer count. Could be a blitz. He's still got it on the rollout. He keeps it, and he's hit hard at about the 25-yard line again by Aaron Foltz. Tyson Zitzo also in there. And that will be the last play of an exciting first quarter. Catch your breath at the Metrodome. 14-14 in a first quarter filled with big plays. Stay tuned for the second quarter in a moment.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Your Ford stores want to drive America with absolutely no interest loans on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. For the first time ever, pay no interest on almost every Ford vehicle. That's 0.0% interest-free financing on cars like Focus and Taurus, on trucks like Ranger and F-Series, and no interest on Ford SUVs. Interest-free financing to help drive America is for a limited time. Get details at your local Northland Ford store.
We're back at the Metrodome. 14-14 Mankato East and Detroit Lakes. Mankato East, a 68-yard TD run, a 78-yard touchdown run, and then Detroit Lakes, a 64-yard TD pass and a 49-yard TD pass. So we definitely got some stats, figures, and some numbers coming this afternoon.
Not a grinded out kind of quarter. Dominic Evans on the keeper. That was on 3rd and 4. From the 25-yard line, Scott Sellers, a 5'6" senior, brought him down. Looked like we had a change at we have a change of quarterback for one play. Dick Meyer was in there.
I didn't even see that. I was just so surprised that they didn't get a first down right there. I hadn't even looked to see who was playing quarterback, but it looks like Craig Dahl's back in there.
Yeah, Dick Meyer called one play. He looked like Doug Flutie in there wearing number 22. It's 4th and 2 at the 23-yard line. Second man gets the ball. That was Steffensmeyer. He needed to get to about the 21-yard line. Ryan Therrelson brought him down.
Well, it looks like he picked it up right there. I figured it was 4-down territory, especially it seems like a lot more often in high school it's 4-down territory with the not as much work for the kickers, but right there he did a good job of picking up that first down.
His forward progress, they mark it at about the 18, so it's 1st and 10. Ball at the 18-yard line. Craig Dowell. I formation. Here's Evans in front. Steffensmeyer behind him. Opening minute of the second quarter in a tie game. And in motion, Dowell hangs on to it. He's got daylight. And he's near the 2. I thought we had a touchdown. I thought he hit the pylon. They mark him out about the 2-yard line. Rory Mankey on the hit.
That's a good thing Rory Mankey was there, because Craig Dowell definitely had done a good job of getting around the corner right there. They brought their man in motion, did a good job of that block, sealing that edge. Then Craig Dowell almost gets it in there, but Rory Mankey does a good job of bringing him down, saving the touchdown.
He was going for that pylon, and he just about got it.
Very close.
Because left foot on the line just before. 1st and goal inside the 1. Evans stacked up near the goal line. Wow, if they want to put on a clinic about how to run that option and conceal the ball, Tyler Wickham on the tackle, they should look at Craig Dowell.
Craig Dowell does a great job with it. I tell you what, people don't think it's very exciting when he hands that ball off to Dominique Evans, but it's something you got to do to keep the defense honest. It's a boring play, but you got to give it to that fullback every once in a while, not only to keep him happy, but to also keep that defense playing honest. This is the 13th play of this drive, a very long drive for Mankato East.
After those first 2 drives, they got points. Well, they might have gotten half a football forward. It's 2nd and inches inside the 1. And there's Dowell on the sneak, waiting for the signal. There it is.
They had to know as soon as that back left the backfield went in motion, it's probably going to be a quarterback sneak. But sometimes those linebackers, they got to go. They got their responsibilities. They got to pay attention to them. But every once in a while, they have to take a chance, sneak in that A gap, and see if you can bring that quarterback down the backfield.
Craig Dowell's 2nd touchdown, this time from short yardage.
They tried to jam him up, but just too much power right there with Mankato East.
So it's 20-14 Cougars with 10 minutes left in the half. And we get a timeout. Timeout just before the extra point kick. Looked like Ben Metcalf was lining up to kick it.
I'd imagine they'll probably try to go for 2 again. They were successful early, and they weren't, so they'll probably try to do it again.
Well, that's Jamie Steffensmeyer meeting with the coaches. Got a substitution. Chris Fitzloff, number 71, comes in for Mankato East. That's Jamie Steffensmeyer. We have, of course, Tony, it's number 24, split back for setback for Mankato East.
Well, it looks like their kicker's in there. I think Ben Metcalf, number 4, is in there. He's lined up over the spot that he wants to kick the ball, so it looks like they're just going to go with the traditional deal right here and try to kick it.
Both teams have used the timeout this half. They have 2 left. All right, well, after the timeout, look at this formation. Just got the snapper, and here they go.
That always makes it exciting. Just want to make sure that you line up and cover all of us.
The hold by Patrick McDonald, and the kick is perfect right down the middle by Metcalf. 21-14, the Cougars with a long drive early in the second quarter.
Hey, be careful.
Great job, son.
Get the door.
Trying to save a little time this holiday season? Then come to Best Buy, where you'll find something fun for everyone on your list, like the ultimate power of Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, now available on DVD. Best Buy. This holiday, turn on the fun.
As America keeps rolling, so does 0% financing on most every car and truck at your local Chevy dealer. That's right, get 0% financing on almost every new 2002 car and truck we build. From Silverado to Trailblazer, Cavalier to Impala.
They're the cars and trucks that America depends on, and you can own one interest-free. While America moves forward, don't let this offer pass you by. Keep America rolling. See your local Chevy dealer today.
If you're just joining us, you have missed a big play game in the first 14 minutes. Mankato East has scored touchdowns on a 68-yard run and a 78-yard run. Detroit Lakes has scored on a 64-yard pass play. They also had a 49-yard pass play. So 4 plays of 49 yards or more, 3 of them 60 or more. That's pretty remarkable.
Especially all in one quarter.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, here is Metcalf's kick. It's a line drive, and it's right into the chest of Rory Mankey up near the 30-yard line. Detroit Lakes with pretty good field position on the return by Rory Mankey.
They've started out with good field position for the majority of the game. It looks like it's probably going to come down to if you can just make one stop on defense and to see if you can stop the other team, because no one has forced anyone else to punt this afternoon. Even when they went for it on 4th down, picked up the 1st down, went in there and scored again. Mankato, I was going to say Michigan State. Got a lot of names and numbers in my head.
That's right, you do. Got to get ready for Goldie and Bucky tomorrow, too. You saw the stats on the drive. A great drive by the Cougars. All right, here's Reed Mankey scrambling, gets away, across the 35 near the 38-yard line. Jamie Steffensmeyer on the tackle, but about a 7 or 8 yard gain for Reed Mankey.
Nice run by Reed Mankey. Didn't see anything he liked downfield, and his pass blocking broke down a little bit up front. Decided to do something on his own. And again, you know, if you get that many yards on 1st down, it opens up a lot of things you can do on 2nd down, and that makes the defense definitely at a disadvantage. It makes it even more difficult for them to slow him down.
I'll give him 9 on that one. 2nd and 1, ball at the 39-yard line. Okay, here is Reed out of the shotgun. See him with a leg signal. Mankey back, quick drop. Man open. Darren Hovland. Ball on the ground. Recovered by Jamie Steffensmeyer inside the 50-yard line. So another turnover by the Lakers.
Definitely a spoiled opportunity right there. The turnovers were early in the game. They haven't had them lately. Jamie Stephenson, the leading tackler. Looks like he's got 300 tackles this season. I don't know if that's a correct stat, but that's a ton of tackles. And he's a big part of their defense. And you can see right there, he was in the right place at the right time and able to come up with that fumble.
So we had some fumbles. We had some interceptions. Pavelko had the interception for Detroit Lakes earlier. Well, Detroit Lakes was just starting a drive in impressive fashion, and it ends on the fumble. A recovery by Jamie Steffensmeyer. 1st and 10, Cougars at the Lakers 48. Well, nothing there. In fact, a loss. Aaron Foltz on the tackle of Dominic Evans.
And a nice tackle right there by Aaron Foltz. But I'll tell you what, if I were the coach over there, Gary Dirks would say, you know what, I'm going to keep the ball in Craig Dahl's hand. You know, I think they're playing that fullback awfully honest. So I'm going to make him play my quarterback, Craig Dahl, honest, and Dominique Evans, Tony Stevenson, and Nick Hemanover. That's to be a lot more concerned about them than they are about that fullback.
Hemanover got the 1st touchdown, and then Evans the last 2. 21-14, Cougars with the lead and the ball. Here's the pitch. They must have heard us talking. Hemanover left side. Makes a nice adjustment inside the 40. It'll be a 1st down for Mankato East.
A nice run by Hemanover, and again, Craig Dahl out there leading the way. You get your quarterback out there leading the way. That's an extra blocker that you definitely don't have most of the time. And if you got someone that athletic, you know, you might as well get him out front and give him an opportunity to give your running back some room. And Hemanover, a good job right here. Looks like he was out there, didn't have anywhere to go, cut back against the grain, got back north and south, and almost picked up, or he did pick up the 1st down.
15 yards for Hemanover before Tyson Zitzel made the tackle. 1st and 10, Mankato East, ball at the 37. 8 minutes left in the 1st half. They lead by 7. On the keeper is Dahl. And I don't think he gained a yard, maybe lost one. Aaron Foltz on the tackle.
Well, it looked like there might have been a breakdown right there. I think Dominique Evans, the fullback, might have gone the wrong way. It looked like Hemanover was coming the right way, and Craig Dahl went the right way. And his fullback wasn't there to help him get that belly play started out in the right direction. See him right there. He tried to give it to the fullback, but there was no fullback there, and the rest of the defense was there, though. Happy to have that opportunity to get a good lick on Craig Dahl.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Ball stays at the 37. And here comes the motion. 4 players in motion for Mankato East. out of the eye. Hand off. There goes Steffensmeyer. So about the 32, a pickup of nearly 5. Tyler Wickham on the tackle. Plays linebacker and tight end for the Lakers.
Well, they definitely had an opportunity to bring him down in the backfield. Tony Stevens did a good job of wiggling a little bit there to pick up some yards.
Detroit Lakes 10-2, Mankato East 12-0. There's Tony Steffensmeyer. You got 6 on the play. They'll call it 3rd and 4, just inside the 32. Here's the pitch to Hemanover. Look at the speed. Gets by one tackler. He's inside the 25. He's got another first down. He's right about at the, they need to get to the 27, and he got it easily.
Well, not only speed by Nick Hemanover, but also some very nice patience. As we see it right here, they pitch it out to him, and he's got great speed. Decides to cut it back up inside and does a good job of cutting back and shows some power at the end of that run to pick up the first down.
Chris Fitzloff, the tackle, in helping Hemanover get to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Mankato East with another impressive drive. Remember, they started near midfield after the fumble recovery by Jamie Steffensmeyer. All right, here's Dahl on the handoff. Runs into a bunch of red shirts there. Aaron Foltz and Dan Sweeney bring down Tony Steffensmeyer.
That was one of the few times we didn't see the option threat at all right there. They had Dominique Evans go one way, and they had Steffensmeyer go the other way in the backfield. It wasn't real successful, but definitely something you got to show them. That way the defense is thinking about a little bit of everything out there.
Now this second quarter is cruising along because that early first quarter we had all those stoppages for the kickoffs. 5.5 left in the half. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. No gain on the play. Full house backfield behind Dahl. Dahl's still got it. Is he going to keep it or pitch it, says Detroit Lakes. He's going to keep it inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. Ryan Therrelson runs him out of bounds. Gain of about 5 yards.
Very nice pursuit right there by Detroit Lakes. They definitely have their hands full with Craig Dahl. He kept the ball right there and tried to get upfield, forced him to a 3rd down right here. They didn't do very much on 1st and 2nd down right there, and now they got an opportunity, Detroit Lakes here, to see if they can stop them and force the 4th down opportunity. But I'm sure they'll go for it on 4th down, especially since they're on about the 18-yard line.
3rd and 5, so he got half of what they needed. And look at the numbers on Dahl already. Of course, he had the 78-yard touchdown earlier.
That's why I keep the ball in his hands as often as possible.
3rd and 5. They need to get to the 13-yard line. All right, here's Dahl. He's going to throw. And he had a man, Brandon Brustad, and he dropped the ball. So it'll be 4th down.
Well, he's had some success with Brandon Brustad this year. 16 catches, 387 yards, and 3 TDs. But right there, it looked like he tried to run before he caught the ball. Can't peek before you catch it, otherwise you're not going to catch that ball right there. That kind of hurt him. 4th down and 5. That's a little bit farther than you'd like to go for it on 4th down, but I'm certain Mankato East is going to.
Big target, 6'5", 235-pound junior. Well, 5:18 left in the half. Let's see.
Option right or option left?
Yeah, what do you do? I agree with you. Keep it in Dahl's hands. See how he does on the deception. There's Dahl. He breaks free from a couple of tackles. He needed to get to the 13. It depends where they mark it. He looks like to be a yard short. Dan Sweeney on the tackle, and the Lakers will get it. Change of possession. Detroit Lakes with an impressive job stopping the Cougars deep in their territory. When we come back, it's a 7-point game on the General Motors scoreboard.
Ben has a serious problem. His wife speaks to him.
I am so upset.
But then he got Ultimate TV, and because it's always recording live TV, he can use PEVR. PEVR. He pauses the program, empathizes, validates.
You had a hard day.
And resumes. Ben has unleashed digitally recorded television.
You are the sexiest man in the world right now.
Keep America rolling. Here's an important announcement from your local Pontiac dealer. Pontiac is now offering qualified buyers 0% APR GMAC financing on every new 2001 and 2002 model. Every Grand Am, Grand Prix, Sunfire, Montana, every Aztec, Firebird, and Bonneville. Interest-free financing. New 2002 models are arriving every day, so let's keep America rolling. See your select Pontiac Excitement dealers today.
Well, that was a big stop by the Lakers. They were already down 7, and Mankato East trying to make it a 2-touchdown game. The Lakers stopped them. 1st and 10, Lakers at the 15. Here is Reed Mankey giving to the first player through.
Is that Tyler Wickham that he gave the ball to?
Looked like
or Garrett.
Josh Pope made the tackle. I think it was Garrett Raboyne on the tackle. Look how quick that was. Yes. He disappeared quickly, but he got 3 yards. So it's 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Well, you definitely got to take care of the ball here at Detroit Lakes, especially after that last drive. They were lucky that the defense was able to stop them, and they were able to also stop them on 4th down. So they definitely got to take care of the ball and see if they can get back on the board.
Lakers coughed it up last time. Here's Mankey rollout. He's got Wickham, and he just a little bit wide. Pass intended for Tyler Wickham. So it brings up 3rd and 7 at the 18-yard line. 4.5 left in the half.
Well, both of these defenses have stiffened up a little bit. Looked like earlier they weren't sure where everybody was at, but they both stepped up and they figured out a way to slow down that other offense. And there seems like they're starting to get comfortable with each other. So I think now that the scoring is going to slow down a little bit, but it's still going to be exciting because these guys like to get after it.
That was some pace we started out with. Yeah, you're right. Both teams kind of filling each other out now. 3rd and 7. Here's Reed Mankey from the gun. Just 2-step drop. He's in trouble, and he's going down. Actually, he's sort of in midair there in a sandwich of players. Josh Pope, Mike Swenson in there on the sack. So the Cougar defense holds on downs.
Very nice coverage right there by the secondary of Mankato East. Just didn't give him an opportunity to have the ball to throw anywhere. Reed Mankey definitely had some time. Unfortunately, didn't have anybody open downfield.
So the sack there. Reed Mankey wanted a little, I think, a personal foul after his face mask got inadvertently grabbed. In punt formation, we haven't had many. Matt Haverkamp. Here's the punt by Dickmeyer. Tough bounce. He's got it. Excuse me. To about the 33-yard line. So great field position for Mankato East after the defense holds. 3.5 left. We're back in a moment on the GM scoreboard.
I quit my job today.
I met this really cool guy on the internet. He's 30.
Life throws all kinds of curves. Fortunately, with its advanced safety systems, the smooth-riding RX300 is designed to better handle the ones on the road.
Hey, Mom, you know that tattoo we talked about?
How you manage the rest is up to you. All for just $34,530 at Lexus of Wayzata and Lexus of Maplewood.
Power up your holidays with Rayovac batteries from Menards. 4 packs of double or triple A's, 2 packs of C's or D's, or single 9 volts are on sale. 69 cents after rebate. Capture holiday fun with Polaroid film. A 40 exposure pack of instant color film is just $24.99 after $7 rebate. And take a stroll through Menards' Enchanted Forest for the best selection of holiday decorations.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
There's the Mankato East band saying hello. Well, it's been music to their ears so far. They're up 21-14. Detroit Lakes stopped the Cougars on 4th down, but Cougars got the ball right back as they held the Lakers on downs. 1st and 10 at the Detroit Lakes 32-yard line. Great field position with 3:35 left in the half. Dahl hands off. He's to Tony Steffensmeyer. No gain. He may have even lost a yard.
No gain. Didn't really look like they were very confident about what was happening in the backfield. Craig Dahl leaving the ball from under center, handing the ball off to Tony Stephenson. Didn't really look like he knew which side he was going to go to. And the fullback went the opposite direction anyway, so you don't really know exactly where that play was going to go to, but they lost 2 yards on it.
Tyler Wickham made the tackle. He loses about 1.5 yards. 2nd and 11, ball at the 33. Here is Hemanover. They like him in motion, and they pitch it to him. Rory Mankey, no, he will not make the tackle. Well, he got inside the 25-yard line. Gain of about 8 yards. Ryan Therrelson and Dan Schiller make the tackle as Hemanover gets to the 25. Give him 8, so it's 3rd and 3.
Nice display of speed right there by Hemanover, but he might want to take advantage of his quarterback out there block and see if he can tuck in there behind him and follow him up in there. He might be able to pick up a few more yards because it's definitely designed to take advantage of their quarterback blocking, but it's hard for a speed guy sometimes to slow down and take advantage of that blocking.
Hey, got to respect Craig Dahl. He's done that several times. He's gotten out there and led the sweep without the ball. Hemanover, they fake it to him, and they give it to Tony Steffensmeyer. He needed to get to the 22, and looks like he's got a Cougars first down. Aaron Foltz on the tackle.
Looks like Steffensmeyer is their inside runner, and they got Hemanover as their outside runner right there, but able to pick up that first down, keep the drive alive for Mankato East.
They've definitely got variety there. Here's the first down play.
And that's a lot to think about right there for Detroit. You know, they got to think a lot of things, and you're faking the pitch, especially someone like Nick Hemanover has had that much success outside. You got to respect it. Spreads that defense out.
Don't forget Dominic Evans. He is right behind Craig Dahl. 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Hemanover in motion. There's a keeper by Craig Dahl as he faked it to Dominic Evans. They're definitely trying to keep the Detroit Lakes off kilter with Hemanover in motion. Tyler Wickham on the tackle.
Yeah, exactly. Tyler Wickham looks like he's a little bit tired of seeing that triple option right there, and he's going to get his hands on Craig Dahl as much as he can, and that's important for him to do. Try to make him a little bit more uncomfortable out there.
They gave him a yard, so it's 2nd and 9, ball at the 19. 1:20 left. Here's Hemanover. He drops it. He's got to just fall on it. Loss of 11 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 20. There's a big play right there.
Oh, no question about that, but you got to look that ball in right there. Tony Stephenson had an opportunity to pick up some yards. He might have been looking where he was running before he actually caught that ball. And all you can do is fall on it right there. Better safe than sorry. Just fall on it. You got another opportunity. They do have a big play offense. Maybe they can do something, a little misdirection in a pass downfield right here. See if they can pick up that first down.
Well, the Great River Energy 1-minute clock has 48 seconds left. It's just like in college. If your knee hits the ground, it doesn't matter if anybody from the other team hits you. You are down. Dahl under pressure to Hemanover. Breaks one tackle. Gets about the 25 or 24-yard line. Aaron Foltz with yet another tackle. We've called his name a lot. Well, he got about 4 yards, so it's 4th and 15 here with 25 seconds and counting.
It's a good thing that that Aaron Foltz was there on that play, because Hemanover definitely had a lot of yardage right there. There were some defenders in front of him, but Aaron Foltz did a good job of breaking the stride before he could get moving.
Well, the Great River Energy clock, you see, time left in the first half. 4th and 15 at the 25. Gary Dirks talking things over with his team.
I say Gary Dirks keeps the ball in the hands of his big man right there, Craig Dahl, number 10. Sees if he can run that triple option, maybe a triple option with an option to pass that ball downfield or something like that. See if he can, see if he can pick up that first down and possibly get in the end zone. So it still isn't bad. It's not bad field position even if they lose the ball right here.
Yeah, it's true. 19 seconds left in the first half of this one. 4 Prep Bowl games are in the books. This is the 5th one, and we've got one more after this between Blaine and Hastings. You talk about programs in the state and especially the Twin Cities metro area. We talk about Eden Prairie on the west side and Cretin-Durham Hall and St. Paul, but 2 of the other programs in that handful of dominant ones are Hastings and Blaine. They've sort of always been in the mix.
Yeah, they always are. Hastings is a strong program down there in the eastern part of the state, and Blaine up here in just in part of St. Paul. Great job, great programs.
We'll talk more about them as the night goes on. Here is Dahl. He's under pressure. Got it away. Nearly caught by Mark Rivers. Dahl was under pressure. Would have been a great catch. Well, it only took a couple seconds.
Didn't take long at all. It looked like Dan Schiller was there on the play. Might have interfered with them a little bit, but they didn't call it inadvertent contact. They're not going to call it. Got to let the players play.
And Craig Dahl will stay in on defense, so he doesn't have time to rest. Well, let's see if the Lakers take a knee with 17 seconds left. It looks like they're going to. And that should be the end of the first half. Well, we had some start. We had quite a start. It was 14-all after 1 with 3 huge plays in the opening minutes. Mankato East shuts out Detroit Lakes in the second quarter. And the Cougars lead it 21-14 after one. We're getting set to hear from Detroit Lakes head coach Flint Matzenbacher. He's standing by with Ryan Lund. We're going to go down to him in a moment. Let's go to Ryan now. Ryan?
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Well, Flint, maybe you're not happy about it, but are you feeling fortunate that it's only a 7-point game instead of a little bit worse here?
Oh, I think so. We just made too many mistakes. You know, I don't think they've really stopped us. We've stopped ourselves, and you know, we get the ball here now coming out in the second half, and you know, it's tough in there running right now, but we're gonna have to mix it up on the ground and the air.
Started off with just a blistering pace with both teams, you know, seemingly scoring back and forth. It slowed down in the second quarter. Do you prefer it one way or the other?
Well, whatever happens, you know, it's a championship game. There's a lot of good athletes out there, and you know, players are making plays, and I think it's going to be like that all night.
Are you going to talk to your team about preventing the big plays?
Well, that's definitely got to help. Our defense kind of settled down after a while and played better. We just got to take care of the ball on offense, and I think we can move it.
All right, Flint, good luck in the second half. Flint Matzenbacher, his team down 21-14 at halftime of the Class 4A championship game. We'll be back with the Northland Ford halftime report.
It's Nissan's Goodbye Sales Event, where you get the like 0% financing on new 2002 Nissan Sentras, the exceptional uncompact sedan. Plus, say hello to the 175 horsepower Sentra SER Spec V, and get great deals on every new rough and rugged 2002 Nissan Xterra. Goodbyes, great Nissans. Hurry to your local Nissan dealer now. These offers say November 30th. Nissan, driven.
All right, Mrs. Radcliffe. Nice and easy now. Very nice, Mrs. Radcliffe. Very nice.
Move it, baby. Your appetite wants something spicy.
Introducing Arby's Spicy Bacon and Jack.
That zesty cheese, sizzling bacon. It's a lick with a kick.
Got it, Radcliffe!
Buckle up for tasty.
Try Arby's new Spicy Bacon and Jack.
Give in to your grown-up taste.
Whoa. Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Ah, the power of cheese.
Hurry. He's in the study.
Come on! ER, we have a male, mid-30s, shortness of breath, dilated pupils, and bruised fist, over.
It's 56K Rage. Start him on MSN broadband, powered by Quest.
Staff. Roger that, ER.
Here's the speed you need.
With the higher speed of Quest, you'll see the internet as it was meant to be.
Order high-speed internet from Quest and get 2 months free when you have custom choice, as well as free modem use and free activation. Make your internet more useful.
Quest. Why didn't we get it sooner?
Quest. Ride the light.
What's the formula for a good superintendent? Are they making too much or worth every penny and perk? How much does your superintendent make? Monday on 9 News at 9. The Northland Ford Halftime Report is brought to you by your Northland Ford store.
Northland Ford halftime report. Halftime of the Class 4A championship game. Mankato East up by 7 on Detroit Lakes. Well, with me now, Larry Peterson, who is the president of the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors. Larry, first of all, tell us what exactly the Minnesota State High School League Board of Directors does.
Well, Ryan, we're a group of 20 individuals from all different walks of life, from school board members to athletic directors to principals to 4 governor appointees. And it's our job to overlook the constitution of the league and the different rules and regulations of the league, and to make sure that all these rules and regulations are followed.
So your job as president, what does that mean specifically?
Well, I basically have to try and organize the 20 we have into some consensus on issues. and we have executive committee that acts as a warehouse for a lot of those issues, and then we bring it to the general board and we discuss some of the items that go on throughout all of the activities in the state of Minnesota.
What are some of the bigger issues you're facing right now?
Well, just for an example, now in November, Ryan, we passed a motion that the quarterfinal basketball tournaments, which many of us feel needed some fine-tuning. On the Tuesday nights that they were being held, some of the travel that was taking place was preventing some kids from getting to school on Wednesday at a decent time. So we've extended, instead of having 8 sites for a quarterfinal round, we now have 16, which should condense the travel some and enable more people to get to the games and make it more reasonable, I think, for that round. We still think there's more things to do, but that's one thing we did with that, for an example. Second thing we've done this year, we're taking a complete different look at the transfer rule that's been happening in our state. There's been a lot of transfers, not only before school, but during school. We think we need to look at that rule, change it some, tweak it some, and make it more reasonable.
All right, Larry, well, thank you for your time. We'll look forward to the state tournament changes for basketball coming up in March, but right now we got to finish up this prep bowl here.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
All right, Larry Peterson, president of the High School League Board of Directors. We will be back with more Northland Ford Halftime Report.
Hey, you heard about the legendary 30-point buck that lives up north? All that size and power with an agile way over rough land? Pure legend. Nothing like it in these parts.
The 2002 Northland Edition F-150 Super Cab with an off-road package, Triton V8, Rancho shocks, and power everything. It's built just for the Northland. Now get 0% financing on the best-selling truck for 24 years.
Now that's one amazing animal.
Track down a legend today at your Northland Ford store.
Discover a sensation as real as the streets. Mountain Dew Code Red.
Northland Ford halftime report, 4A championship game. Mankato East up by 7 on Detroit Lakes. Let's go to the KMSP studios for a halftime update from Jason Elliott. Jason.
All right, Ryan, thank you. A huge day of football at the Metrodome at Prep Bowl 20. Let's get you up to speed on a huge day of football. We got to start small, however, beginning with highlights from the 9-man championship. Everyone huddle up for that title game. Hillcrest Lutheran against Ada Borup. This game, all Hillcrest. Third quarter, Steve Moline to J.P. Stender. That's an 8-yard touchdown, and the Comets led 24-0. Wait, there, of course, is more. Hillcrest with the pick here. Nice defense. Nick Hansen with the INT, and he takes it in from 17. Another touchdown is Hillcrest Lutheran, runner-up 4 times before, finally wins the 9-man championship, 37-7. Now the 1A title game, all the cool kids checking out McLeod West and Pilliger, tied at 6 at the break, but a shootout in the second half. Pilliger's Steve Bethel on the handoff, and this guy gone. 55 yards for the touchdown, the game tied at 22. McLeod West, however, answers with a big play of their own. Big pass play here. Nathan Strand rolls and hits Matt Myers. This guy is gone. 80 yards for the Falcons, and that is your winning touchdown. The Falcons take it 30-22 for the 1A championship. The 2A title game, it's Wyndham and Atwater Cosmos Grove City. A huge day for David Blom. He turns the corner here and goes in from 33. Blom is a workhorse. A Prep Bowl record, 37 rushing attempts. He finished up with 220 rushing yards and a couple of touchdowns. Atwater Cosmos Grove City, your 2A champion, 27-20. All eyes on Channel 9, you bet, in the 3A championship, Becker and Jackson County Central. Becker driving, not for long. Justin Mallett gets hit, loose ball, Ryan Place, it's his place, and he gets it. He's going to score it. 85 yards on this fumble return, and the touchdown. This game was all Jackson County Central. Huskies, big time, 42-7. Of course, later tonight, the big finale here on Channel 9, Hastings and unbeaten Blaine. Hastings beat the defending state champion Eden Prairie a couple of weeks ago in the state quarterfinals. That is coming up in just a bit. First, we'll head back to the Metrodome for the 4A title game, and Ryan Lund, who has more from the Dome.
All right, Jason, thank you very much. Well, right now, 21-14, Mankato East in the league, 24 minutes away from a Class 4A state championship. Jeff Grace and Daryl Thompson will be back shortly with halftime statistics and highlights. This concludes the Northland Ford halftime report.
The Northland Ford Halftime Report is brought to you by your Northland Ford store.
Polaris. It's not just a sled, it's a priority. Pay $79 per month or see your dealer for nothing down, no payments, and no interest until April 2002.
Welcome to Dairyville, where the kids are good, and so are the dairy products. It wasn't always that way. Dairyville was Dullsville, and people didn't understand that some dairy products contained harmful hormones. Then one day, Polka Dot Dairy arrived in town, bringing with it healthy, fresh, and hormone-free dairy products. The difference between good and bad dairy products is black and white. Try Polka Dot Dairy products today. Pure chocolate milk from Polka Dot, just $1.19, and orange juice, 2 for $3, or $1.59 each.
A banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with all the extras. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay, free during your first 60 days.
When we were deciding where to build this plant, we wanted quality of life and plenty of electric power. This area is real nice, but the electric co-op is pretty small. Not a problem. They're part of this group of over 500 co-ops nationwide, Touchstone Energy. Our co-op worked with us to make sure we got the right power and the right price. So we built the plant, and we get to live here.
And we shine as one.
Some people like the original. Some people like it extra spicy. The Civic. Get a taste at your Honda dealer.
This game got started right away, and neither team wasted any time getting on the scoreboard. We're at halftime, 21-14, Mankato East leading Detroit Lakes with Daryl Thompson, Jeff Grayson back at the Metrodome. We had 4 touchdowns and 2 turnovers in about the first 8 minutes of the game. What a pace it started out.
No question, exciting game. You know, 2 turnovers and definitely capitalized on it, but they slowed down a little bit there in the second quarter. We're able to see if they can rein those defenses, rein those offenses in a little bit, and feel each other out a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed like the defenses did a nice job adjusting, but it started out with some really exciting plays. We'll take a look at some of them here. Nick Hemanover right off the bat on the dial pitch.
Exactly, right there. Just great speed right down the sideline, and opportunity for a 78-yard run. And you can see why he averages 18 yards per carry in the first half. Runs like that.
Craig Dowell, as you said when it happened, a great job of making it look like Evans was going to get it on the handoff. Later on, after a great run by Service, Garrett Raboyne took it in.
Garrett Raboyne is a strong runner right there, only about 160 pounds. Does a good job of pounding that ball right there into the end zone.
So midway through the first quarter, the game was tied, and then later, here goes the quarterback, Craig Dowell, 68 yards.
Well, great ball fake right there. Just an opportunity for him to go all the way down the sideline right here. I tell you what, if I was the coach of that team, I'd keep the ball in Craig Dowell's hand as much as possible.
Rory Mankey got a 64-yard touchdown from his brother Reed to tie it at 14, and he also caught the conversion. And then here's the go-ahead touchdown by Craig Dowell.
Right there, just an empty backfield, and Craig Dowell powering it in there behind his powerful offensive line.
So it's 14-14 that 21-14. That was the go-ahead touchdown. Let's take a look at the stats right here.
It seemed like it'd be a lot bit different, but Detroit Lakes only 3 first downs, Mankato East 10, 70 yards rushing passing, but the score isn't that much different. 14-21, Mankato East on top.
Time of possession, Cougars have it for almost double the time. You heard Flit Monsenbacher tell Ryan Lund that in a way they feel fortunate to really only be down 7 because Cougars were driving. They were at about the 15 or 20 yard line in the second quarter. They're driving to appear to go up by 2 touchdowns, and the Laker defense dug in and held them on 4th down.
Oh, we talked about that. That was about the only time they actually did have a stop. Unfortunately, it came off of a turnover their own side of the ball. If they'd been able to stop them and not have that turnover, the score might be tied right now, or Detroit Lakes could potentially be on top. But when you turn the ball over, you definitely got to make those stops on defense, especially with the powerfully offensive that Mankato East has.
Well, individually, as we get ready for the teams are warming up right now, Hemanover is already over 100 yards rushing. He's got 6 carries for 109 yards, including a 78-yard run. Craig Dowell, 9 carries, 108 yards, so both players over 100. He's got 2 touchdowns, one of them a 68-yard run. Then on the other side, Tim Service, 2 carries, 53 yards. As you see where these schools are from northwest Minnesota and Mankato East, right in the south central part of the state. Tim Service, he had a 49-yard run to set up the first Detroit Lakes touchdown. He's only touched the ball twice, and Garrett Raboyne has only touched it 4 times.
Just big plays on the offense. I'm sure we're going to see more of Tim Service here in the second half. We talked to his people that are helping us a little bit here in the booth, and looks like he's got a little bit of a sore ankle, but he's got an entire offseason to rest that ankle. So I imagine you're going to give him that ball a little bit this year in the second half and see if he can make something happen.
Well, he had 151 yards and 2 touchdowns last week in the Lakers semifinal win against St. Michael Albertville. Raboyne had 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. So last week, these 2 guys combined for 282 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. So other than that long run by Service, while Raboyne had the short yardage touchdown, they haven't really been that much of a presence in the first half.
No, they haven't. You know, and that's surprising, especially with Tim Service coming into the game with over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, and a long run of 91 yards this year. So I'm pretty certain he'll definitely get the opportunity to touch the ball here in the second half and see if he can pick up some more yards.
Well, they just want to rock and roll all night and party every day here at the Metrodome. An impressive quartet there. They all had the KISS rock group down.
Good old KISS.
Yes. Little tie-dyed shirt. It's strange to see them back in the consciousness of the public. I remember when I was growing up, they were in about junior high.
Exactly. Yeah, that was in. I was a little bit younger than that, but I definitely remember KISS was in for a little bit back there.
Well, about 25 seconds left in the intermission. See the Laker fans. Detroit Lakes in red, trimmed in white. Mankato East is the road team on the scoreboard there. White jerseys and the black pants. Busy weekend of football at the Metrodome. 6 games here from 8 a.m. to roughly midnight here tonight. And then you're back here tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow morning I get to broadcast early. And, well, not too early. Game kicks off at about 11:10. And go on the air at about 10 o'clock. But definitely a full weekend of football. And then the Vikings play Sunday. Is it Sunday night or Sunday?
Sunday night, 7:35 kickoff.
That'll be an exciting game against the Bears.
What's interesting, too, when you walk around the dome, our crew is here for KMSP. And then you have the cable crews are here for the next couple days for all these different games. You've got 8 games at the Metrodome in 3 days.
A lot of cable running around the Metrodome right now.
21-14 Mankato East. They have not trailed in this game. They led 8-0. Detroit Lakes came back 8-6. Conversion failed. Then 14-6 Mankato East as they failed on their 2-point conversion. Detroit Lakes came back to tie it at 14. And then Dahl's touchdown and Metcalf's extra point got us to where we are now. And there's Metcalf's kick. And it's taken by the guy we mentioned. I'm sorry, I thought Service was going to get it. Rory Mankey on the return past the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
Well, they definitely have something to look forward to at Detroit Lakes with Rory Mankey. He's going to be a big part of their offense for the next couple of years at Detroit Lakes, both on offense, defense, and looks like also on special teams.
Tony Steffensmeyer on the tackle. There's Flint Motzenbacher. His team has 1st and 10 at their own 24 to open the second half. Down by 7. Here's Reed Mankey. There's the pitch to Service. Gets around the corner and he's brought down in a hurry by Jamie Steffensmeyer. A couple of 35s.
Well, nice run right there by Tim Service. Didn't look like his ankle was bothering him too much at all right there. I'd look to see a lot more of him. That was a very nice burst of speed.
5'7", 150-pound junior. Here he is.
Exactly. Yeah, and Reed Mankey doesn't go out there and block for Tim Service. Tim's probably like, hey, you know what, Mankato East sends that have to block for me. How about you coming out here throwing a block for me, Reed?
Yeah, Craig Dowell doing some nice blocking in the first half. He got 7, 2nd and 3, ball at the 31. Mankey gives to the first guy through. That's Garrett Raboyne. So, well, we talked about it at halftime. They weren't really that involved in the running game. That ball is out near the 45-yard line, so 1st and 10 at the 44.
Well, Garrett Raboyne, another running back that had almost 1,000 yards this year for Detroit Lakes, so you can expect to see a lot of him this afternoon, especially a little bit more considering he only had about 4 carries in the first half.
Nice run there. Raboyne close to 13-yard gain. Here's Reed Mankey. First guy again is Raboyne. This time he's stopped. Josh Pope in on the tackle. Also Jamie Steffensmeyer.
Tough going right there, just like Mankato East. You got to run that fullback inside to keep him honest, because Detroit Lakes is always also running that double and triple option. So sometimes you got to give it to that first option to keep that defense honest.
They give him 3 yards, 2nd and 7 at the Detroit Lakes 47. Opening 2 minutes of the second half. Raboyne in motion, Service on the carry, and he's brought down by Brian Dahl. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think he did, but Brian Dahl showed some great speed right there, getting out in the corner to bring down Tim Service before you get the edge of that defense, forcing him to have about 3rd down and about 7 yards right now. A little bit longer than you like to be trying to pick up on 3rd down.
Ball in between the 47 and the 48-yard line. 3rd and about 6 now. Reed Mankey out of the shotgun. He's got Tim Service right next to him. There's Mankey surveying it. Throws, and it was intended for Darren Hovland out of the backfield. It's incomplete, so on 4th and 6, Lakers will have to punt it away.
Well, Reed Mankey got pressured that time. It looked like they blitzed Tony Anderlin. He was trying to get to his receiver right there. Just wasn't able to get the ball to Darren Hovland with that pressure that he received from Tony Anderlin.
4th and 6, ball at the 48-yard line. Haven't seen much of the punters today. Matt Haverkamp will punt. And he gets away. Good kick, ball's on the ground. And Detroit Lakes recovers the fumble.
Well, you got to be careful when you run up on those punts like that, Jim. Anytime you can run up on them like that, you got an opportunity for a moment with the defense rolling down on you right there, and Dickmeyer wasn't able to catch that ball.
Aaron Foltz has Detroit Lakes in business. He made the recovery. And they'll have the ball at the 21. Back in a moment. 21-14, the score.
Turn it up. 93X. You rock. First. I feel so alive. 93X rocks. Everything I can remember. I've been wrong. I've been down. Yeah. Start the day with a 93X half-assed morning show. If it rocks. Oh, it's 93X. You need to feel me. 93X.
all the things you love about Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs, this may be the most interesting. Now, get 0% financing for 36 months on new Corollas, Tundras, and 4Runners. Offer ends December 3rd, 2001. See your Toyota dealer.
Mankato East with its second turnover of the game. They had an interception early, and now Dickmeyer fumbles, and Aaron Fultz recovers. And now Detroit Lakes in a great opportunity here to tie it up. 1st and 10 at the 21. Reed Mankey, deep drop, pump fakes, going long. He's got his brother. Oh, he had him, and he wants that pass back.
Tell you what, Reed would definitely like to get that pass back, and if they don't win this game, he's going to see that ball for the rest of his life. And his brother will probably remind him, because he's got a couple more years to come back and try to win a championship. But Mankato East definitely bit on that pump fake right there, and then Rory Mankey was wide open in the corner of that end zone. Probably ran a little out and up over there. Rory's open here at the end of the play, just unable to keep that ball in bounds, or Rory probably would have been able to come up with it.
There's no white shirt around. Yeah, he wants that one back. Well, store that one away of what might have been, but still 2nd and 10, ball at the 21. Detroit Lakes spreads everything out. Tim Service to the left of Reed Mankey. Gets down in that crouch, and here's Reed Mankey, goes to the air again. Darren Hovland, who we looked for on the last possession, inside the 15. Tony Dickmeyer and Clint Adams on the tackle. It'll bring up, well, it's close to a 1st down. It'll bring up third and 1.
Yeah. Very nice pass right there by Reed Mankey. Good job of putting the ball right on the numbers of Darren Hovland. Unable to pick up that first down. I'm sure he wishes Darren would have pushed that route a little bit deeper to pick up that 1st down right there.
So it's 3rd and 1 at the 12. Just under 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Raboyne and Service behind Mankey. First guy through. Raboyne, a burst of energy inside the 5. Got about 10 yards on the player, close to it.
Well, you talk about the size of that Mankato East defense. Right there, they're not worried about the size of Detroit Lakes. They're hitting that seam so quick, they don't get an opportunity. Garrett Raboyne, great job right there, hitting that seam quick and finishing off that run. Gets to the hole quick.
Quarterback Craig Dowell, one of the players to stop him from scoring, but it's 1st and goal. Lakers at the 3. Mankey, same kind of play, did the quick handoff. And it looks like that was Raboyne on the run. It was. Tony Adderley making the tackle. He got about a yard.
Got about a yard. Looked like Tyler Wickham was trying to lead Garrett Raboyne up in there on that play. Mankato East did a good job of stopping that play before it got started. 2nd down and goal.
Ball close to the 1. Scoreboard's got it as 2nd and goal at the 1. Like you said, Darrell, under 8 minutes left in the 3rd. Huge possession here as the Lakers try to cash in. Mankey gives it off. Touchdown, Lakers. They ran the same play 3 times. Garrett Raboyne on the 3rd time's a charm.
Well, that's a simple play, and that's what you got to do sometimes, getting these short yardage, big situations. A lot of times teams try to get a little bit too fancy, but Detroit Lakes have none of that. We're going to run our bread and butter play, run behind our offensive linemen. They've been taking care of us all year long. And able to score a touchdown right there. Probably kick a field goal, tie the game back up, and that's a good job of capitalizing on a turnover right there.
When he gets the ball, he goes through so fast and gets tackled. It's hard to see exactly who's got the ball, but it was Raboyne. Matt Misson going to try to tie it. High snap, kick is down right in the middle. And we have got a tie game. A great 4A championship. 7:40 left 3rd quarter. We are tied at 21.
Is Mountain Dew in serious jeopardy? This generally harmless male will defend his domain with basic animal instinct. A fierce battle rages. Yet in the end, to the victor go the spoils.
Hey man, how you feeling?
Not bad.
Until next time, do the do.
Okay, Vegas, Austin, Tulsa, Vegas, honey.
Yuma, and Austin. Straws, kids? Phoenix, huh?
Welcome back to the Metrodome. What a game. Tied at 21. Garrett Raboyne, 3 plays in a row. That quick handoff. He went through the pile, but he got in.
Quick handoff, so quick you can barely tell who has it, but Mr. Raboyne is in there to pick up that touchdown, tie up the game, and capitalize on that turnover by Mankato East.
Dickmeyer fumble. Recovered by Fultz. And here's Dickmeyer again trying to redeem himself, and he's got room. Run out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Wow.
Run out of bounds by Aaron Fultz. Boy, he's made a lot of game-saving tackles right there. Dickmeyer definitely was trying to redeem himself. Did a good job right there, hitting the seam, following his wedge right up the middle of the return team right there. Taking his time, showing some patience. Then right here at Den, he just turns on the jets and outruns everybody.
Now, Tim Service, the running back, ran him out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 25. Look at this field position. Right after Mankato East gave up a touchdown. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Dow, handoff, snuff. Steffensmeyer tackled by Aaron Fultz, who's, I think, the defensive player of the game.
I made a mistake saying he made that last tackle, took it away from Service, but right there, Aaron Fultz definitely hit that gap right there and was able to bring that ball carrier down the backfield, trying to make sure that they can't capitalize on that big kickoff return.
Well, out of our first 4 games, we've had 2 one-sided games, 2 pretty close ones. This one, I think, the most exciting of them all.
And I prefer the close games.
Yes, I think we all do.
Except the coach.
Yeah, except the coach. More Laker defense. Nick Hemanover didn't get away that time. Dan Schiller and Aaron Fultz again.
They're doing a good job figuring out that triple option threat. Nick Hemanover averaging 18 yards per carry in the first half. They probably brought one of these green sheets in to show them. So, you know what, we can't let that guy get the 70 and 80-yard runs. We got to slow him down, tackle him in the backfield.
The hit by Fultz, and then Schiller finished it off. 6:20 left in the 3rd quarter. 2 plays, -2 yards. 3rd and 12. Ball to 27 after the great return. Cougars trying to take advantage. Dahl, he's got it. He goes around the corner. 20, 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13. He needed to get to the 15. That should be enough for a first down.
Well, you talked about it earlier. That's a great play fake right there by Craig Dahl. It really looked like that play was going up inside right there. The entire defense bid on it. That keep him honest thing we talk about. Then Craig Dahl just shows his speed right here to get to the outside and pick up that first down.
They give him 13. It's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So for Mankato East, you can get the first and goal. You don't have to score a touchdown to get a fresh set of downs. Nearing the midway point of the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 21. Craig Dowell. He's still got it. He's going to throw. He's got a man. Steffensmeyer just out of his reach.
Well, he had a lot of men right there. He had Steffensmeyer that was wide open late there, but he also had Nate Harstad. You know, not very many catches this year, but Nate Harstad was open on the slant almost right away on that play. Had his hand up, but Craig Dahl decided to throw it to Tony, but unfortunately overthrew it a little bit.
Trying to hit him in stride. As you see what Dahl's done himself on the ground. 2 touchdowns. He had 99 yards last week against Red Wing. 2nd and 10, ball at the 14 on the incompletion. Here's Dahl. 5-yard line. Touchdown. Touchdown Mankato East.
That's amazing. You can see why he's came into the game with 24 touchdowns. I think now he's got 27. I believe he had 2 in the first half. So he's definitely a man that you got to pay attention to out there. And that was a great play fake right there. It looked like he actually handed that ball off, kept it himself, and ran in the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Wow. 27-21. Craig Dowell, 14 yards on the touchdown.
Powerful Mankato East offense. You can't give them that good field position to expect to hold them.
Metcalf's kick right down the middle. Well, the Cougars take advantage of Dickmeyer's return, and they're back in front, 28-21. Craig Dow leading the way in the third quarter.
America Rolling. Here's an important announcement from your local Pontiac dealer. Pontiac is now offering qualified buyers 0% APR GMAC financing on every new 2001 and 2002 model. Every Grand Am, Grand Prix, Sunfire, Montana, every Aztec, Firebird, and Bonneville. Interest-free financing. New 2002 models are arriving every day, so let's keep America rolling. See your select Pontiac Excitement dealers today.
How can you make unlimited wireless calls to home? How can you stay connected to family members on your plan without using up wireless minutes? Only Quest Wireless shared minute plans let you call home on your wireless phone without using plan minutes, plus make unlimited calls between plan members. Anything's possible when you have an advanced network and when the snow melts. Now 2 people can share 3,600 minutes for only $59.99 a month. Domestic wireless long distance included.
Welcome back to the Metrodome. Well, the great return set it up, Darryl. Coaches talk about special teams, and Craig Dahl, well, he got more than half the yardage on that drive with a touchdown run.
Well, no question about that. He's having a great afternoon. 11 carries, 134 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 68-yard run, a 1-yard run, and a 14-yard one. 1 for 5 pass and only 4 yards, but he doesn't need to do that. I say just keep the ball in his hands and give him an opportunity to run it, and he'll put it in the end zone for you. 3 touchdowns today.
He's done it from short range and long range. Metcalf with the kick. This is Rory Mankey, who caught a touchdown in the first half. Across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Tony Steffensmeyer, one of a few white shirts in there on the tackle. So the Cougars, and you got to give credit also to Tony Dickmeyer, because he fumbled the ball that led to the Lakers touchdown, and now he made the return that led to the Cougars touchdown, so he made up for it.
Yes, he did. He definitely flip-flopped the field. That was a great return by Dickmeyer right there to give his team you get the ball on the 35-yard line to start it out. Offense loves coming out there with that type of field position.
Reed Mankey out of the shotgun. Oh, he pitches it to Tim Service, trying to get around the corner. He does. Near the 33-yard line, gain of about 4 yards.
Well, Tim Service is definitely a speedy back, but you can see that Mankato East defense has a lot of people that run probably as fast or nearly as fast as Tim Service. A great job of containing him right here. Still able to pick up about 6 yards, though.
Yep, they put it at the 35. 2nd and 4. Service coming off the field. Wide right is wide left, I'm sorry, Darren Hovland. Inside receiver Rory Mankey. Detroit Lakes going with a shotgun a lot tonight, and here it is. Quick pass, the brother combination. Managing to hold on to the ball is Rory Mankey. Hit by Gabe Appleline, but it's a first on 2nd and 4. It's a first down. Looks like a little West Coast offense.
Well, very mature decision right there by Reed Mankey, because he noticed that his brother was uncovered right there, throws it to him in the slot. Sure, he takes a big hit, but he does pick up the first down, and he moves the chains.
5 yards. They needed 4. 1st and 10. Detroit Lakes at their own 40. Just under 5 minutes left, third quarter. 28-21, Mankato East. Same type of formation. Reed Mankey in a lot of trouble. 4 white shirts there. You could pick a bunch of them. Mike Swenson on the top. Luke Baines is in there. Also Brian Dow and Josh Pope. Really the whole front line.
Just about everybody. And the captain of the team right there was Josh Pope to bring him down. Reed might have done himself a little bit better service to pitch the ball to Garrett Raboyne and try to get rid of it, especially right at the end there. Looked like he peeked back one more time, but decided to keep it himself just to be safe.
Look at that. Wow.
Major rushing yards today. Mankato East 291 yards. Most of those by their quarterback.
Almost triple. 2nd and 15. Ball at the 35. Here's Mankey. He's in trouble again, under pressure. And the Mankato East front line with Luke Baines starting to take over a little bit the last couple plays.
Well, you talked about it early. The size of that Mankato East defensive line would be able to wear down that Detroit Lakes front there. And that's why they were trying all those quick hitters. You can see Reed Mankey drop back right there. Tries to get upfield. Unable to. Just dragged down by Luke Barnes.
Since the first down catch by Rory Mankey, two plays, loss of 8 yards. So 3rd and 18 at the 32 as Mankato East tries to shorten the field and hopes to force a Laker punt. Mankey, deep drop, going long. He's got Hovland. He's got it. Is he inbound? No. They say he's out of bounds. It would have been 6, but it's a first down and a gain of 36.
Nice job right there by Reed Mankey. His offensive line gave him an opportunity to hang the ball up in the air. Darren Hovland did a good job of running under it. Too bad he didn't keep himself in bounds. He wasn't able to pick up a touchdown right there. You can see his offensive line gave him some time. And he gets time. He throws the ball here to Darren Hovland. Hovland stepped out of bounds just barely right there. He would have been able to pick up 6.
He was on his way. But a nice play as Reed Mankey, who got drilled the last 2 times on sacks, comes back and throws a nice pass to Hovland. 1st and 10 at the Cougars 32. Detroit Lakes with resiliency tonight. Roll out. He's got his man. Right side. Mankey to Kyle Soon. First time we've called his name. He's inside the 30.
Nope, Kyle Soon doesn't get a lot of carries. They blitzed Tony Adley on there, tried to put some pressure on Reed Mankey. Did a good job to get the ball out there to Soon in the flat and pick up some yards on first down. It just looks like it's going to be, whoever scores the most points, or really whoever stops them.
Yep.
Detroit Lakes has really been the only team they've stopped Mankato East one time today. They've punted a few times, Detroit Lakes, but nobody has really been able to stop the other team tonight.
2 turnovers by both. 5 yards on the Soon reception. Kind of the West Coast offense here. Bill Walsh would be proud of this. They're getting it in little chunks. This time, Mankey complete to Hovland. Inside the 20 to about the 18. It's a first down, and now they're looking like the vintage 49ers here on the last couple of plays.
They look like the 49ers. They look Stanford in those red uniforms right there. But another good job by Hovland right there. This West Coast offense, or this short passing game where you got a good quarterback that makes smart decisions, always works. But as long as you got a quarterback that makes good decisions, this offense will work.
Got to give that offense credit too, because they've scored more points than Mankato East is used to allowing. They usually allow, average-wise, just under 10 a game, and they've got 21 on the board against them. 28-21, less than 2 minutes to go. We're at about 1:50 on the clock. 1st and 10, ball at the 17. Mankey in trouble again. And the pressure comes. Brian Dahl in there, also Jamie Steffensmeyer. Mankey taking some hits.
They might want to throw a couple hot reads into that, into some of that short passing game they got right there, because that was one of the few times they actually ran everybody deep, and Mankey didn't have anywhere to throw that ball. He tried to hop through there in that little seam and was definitely unable to do it. Josh Pope and the rest of the defensive line for the Mankato East was able to bring him down, forcing 2nd down and about 14.
Jamie Steffensmeyer came through unblocked. 1:15 on the clock, 1:14 now. And there's a timeout called by the Lakers. That's the first timeout by either team in the half. So Detroit Lakes has 2 timeouts left. Hey, you mentioned Stanford. There's a Stanford sweatshirt. Cougars with a 7-point lead late in the 3rd quarter. Well, we're going to keep it here. I thought we were on the timeout. 28-21. 2nd and 14. You do your short. What do you think? He's had success finding Darren Hovland on this drive.
I say Darren Hovland. I say maybe get that ball back to his brother.
Yeah.
On one of those routes they've had. And you got to think also that they're probably really in 4-down territory right here, especially with high school football, and they get the opportunity to get some points on the board. So they don't have to get all of it right here. So that's something that they definitely probably need to think about.
Yep. Just 4-yard loss on the sack after the first down reception by Hovland.
As you can see, this is the 9th play of this drive, and they've covered over 50 yards in this drive. Detroit Lake's doing a good job against this stiff Mankato East defense.
Flint Monsenbacher calling the play. Let's see what they do out of the timeout here. 2nd and 14 at the 21. 1:14 left, third quarter. Mankey got plenty of time this time. Gets rid of it. Zone, breaks a tackle. Run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. He's hit by Craig Dowell. For a guy we haven't mentioned much. What a nice possession. I'm sorry, that's Eric Frankberg. I had the Mankato East number 7. It's Eric Frankberg who's made those receptions.
Well, Eric Frankberg did a really nice job right there. Reed Mankey didn't see anything he liked. His offensive line gave him some time. But he sat down right there where he didn't see anything. That's a big part of that West Coast offense, too. Get to the open space, and Craig Dowell laid a nice lick on him there to drive him out of bounds, but he still was able to pick up the first down.
He got away from Tony Dickmeyer, and Eric Frankberg apologized for the mistake there. First man through on the quick handoff as Detroit Lakes goes back to the handoff. Tony Adderley stops Garrett Raboyne on 1st and goal from the 7, but they move the chains between a 2- and 3-yard gain. The ball is just inside the 5. I think they're going to mark it 2nd and goal from the 4.
I'm sure, and I'm sure they feel like they've got that defensive line for Mankato East a little bit worn down. This is a long drive, over 50 or 60 yards picked up in this drive. They feel like they can hit them with some of those quick hitters, get in that seam, and pop it in the end zone. I'd imagine we'll see more of it here.
2nd and goal from the 4. Mankey in trouble. He is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He depends where they mark it. He may have gained a yard.
Well, I'm sure that their running back is going to be a little bit upset at him. Tim Service, when he gets back inside the huddle, is like, you know what? If you would have pitched that ball to me right there, I might have been able to get all the way into the end zone. Just want to kick that pylon on the way over there. But Reed didn't get an opportunity. Good job of squeezing that play down by Tony Adderley.
That's the end of the third quarter. Both teams score 7 points in the third quarter. So we go to the 4th as we did go into the 3rd. Mankato East leading by 7 in a great game. Should be a fantastic final 12 minutes. The 4A championship of Prep Bowl 20.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways that you'll get focused and attentive service from every department, every person, every transaction. And that's more than a promise. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. This changes everything.
Hey, be careful.
Great job, son.
Get the door.
Trying to save a little time this holiday season? Then come to Best Buy, where you'll find something fun for everyone on your list, like Planet of the Apes with over 13 hours of Primate-packed extras. Witness the evolution of DVD. Best Buy. This holiday, turn on the fun.
Mankato East from south central Minnesota. Detroit Lakes from northwest Minnesota. We cover the state here. And it's a fantastic game with Darrell Thompson, Jeff Grayson back at the Metrodome. We start the 4th quarter. Detroit Lakes trying to tie it. They're down 28-21. 3rd and goal from the 4. Coach, what do you do here?
I tell you what, I like the Mankey to Mankey connection. I think he needs to throw that ball to his brother, probably a little bit of a rollout play, try to get away from that big Mankato East defensive line.
Well, he is lined up next to Service. He's kind of kitty corner. Now he's in motion. And I think that's who he's looking for, Darrell. Mankey, did he catch it? Yes! Rory Mankey on the carpet!
Great job right there, Mankey to Mankey, just like you recommended that he do in that play. And a great job by the Detroit Lakes offense. Scoring 28 points. The Mankato East defense gave up 35 points against Worthington in one of their playoff games. Other than that, they haven't given up more than 7 points at all in the playoffs.
Yep.
And Detroit Lakes is definitely tearing them up. Right here, Reed Mankey rolls out to his right. gets some time, throws over here to his brother in the corner. Great job of catching that ball. Great concentration by Rory Mankey right there.
What a catch. You said, you called it too. You know, it's kind of reminded me of the play Chris Carter scored on where he went in motion and got free. And here's a fake on the conversion. They're going for the lead. Oh, they had it too. There's been a lot of passes that teams would like to have back tonight, Darrell. That was Dan Schiller. And it is a 1-point lead, a gutsy call by the Lakers going for the lead early in the fourth.
Very gutsy call. It was a good call, too. And that's why you want to have your starters on your special teams, so that would have been a starter in there. The starter might have caught that ball.
It's a 1-point lead. The Cougars breathe a sigh of relief on the Menard scoreboard.
Decorating fast and easy with Aero staplers from Menards. This model shoots square or U-shaped staples to let you safely put up lights. On sale, $16.99. This electric model shoots staples or brads, $19.99. Pro-quality Makita tools make great gifts. A drywall screw gun is $67. A 9.6-volt cordless drill kit is $98. A 12-volt model is $119. Power up with savings from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Kids, Good Day Minnesota is cooking up something special just for you.
It's the Rainbow Foods Pillsbury Kids Bake-Off Contest. You could win a Vacations by Sun Country family trip for 4 to Orlando. You'll stay at the Caribe Royale and visit SeaWorld, Arabian Nights, and the Kennedy Space Center.
Plus, you can cook with me, Chef Andrew, on Good Day Minnesota.
Stop by your nearest Rainbow Food store for an entry form with complete rules or log on to KMSP.tv. The Rainbow Foods Pillsbury Kids Bake-Off Contest.
Now we're cooking.
Well, when the Mankeys try to hook up, they don't fail.
No question about it right here. Reed Mankey over to his brother in the corner. And like you talked about, a great catch with his hands.
Rory Mankey on the carpet. Well, here is Dickmeyer, who's been a factor on the returns. Good field position for Mankato East outside and gets past the 35-yard line.
Well, both teams have had good field position all afternoon. Dickmeyer right there. He fumbled one, but he definitely made up for it with his huge kickoff return earlier. And right there, giving his team an opportunity to start on the 36-yard line. Can't complain about that at all. Looks like he's limping a little bit there coming off the field.
Bryce Nelson on the tackle. What a gutsy call by Flint Motzenbacher. Going for the lead early in the fourth quarter. His team down 28-27. Schiller just couldn't make the catch. Well, here's Dahl. Second man through. Big hole. Tony Steffensmeyer right up the gut. And he is right about a yard short of a first down as Dan Schiller, who we just talked about, brought him down.
Well, Detroit Lakes definitely has got to stay home on defense. As you can see right there, Craig's faking the ball just about to everybody before he hands it off. Schiller, nice run right there.
9 yards. Steffensmeyer gets 9, so it's 2nd and 1 at the 45. We're in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Cougars with the ball and a 1-point lead, and they do that motion play, but this time they go to Dominic Evans. Hemanover goes in motion almost every time. Zitzo with a tackle.
We were calling Dominic Evans quite a bit in the first half. It looks like he's slowed down a little bit. They haven't really gone to him, focusing mostly on keeping the ball in Craig Dahl's hands. You can't complain about that, but was able to pick up a few yards there.
He needed 1 for the first down on 2nd and 1. Referees have a confab at the 45-yard line. They kind of took their time in marking this ball. Looked like a loss. Looked like a 2-yard loss. So it's 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Here's Dahl. One man behind him. Hemanover. Nope. It's Steffensmeyer who cuts. They need to get to the 46. Ryan Therrelson on the tackle. Looks like he has enough for the first down.
Well, looks like it's going to depend where they spot this ball right here. Ryan Therrelson, good job of keeping his head in there and not allowing him to pick up that first down, because it looked like they might actually force him to a 3rd down situation right here.
Well, they needed to get to the 46. I guess it depends when they stretch the chain. It looks like that ball is just past the 46-yard line.
I think they might not have got it.
Nope. Good call, Darrell. You see, there it is right there, the lower left of your screen. So about it, maybe maybe a half
That's
a
what I was
foot.
thinking. I was thinking maybe 3 to maybe 4 inches, something like that. It's close though.
You got it. You know your geometry.
I had some carrots. I had a lot. I ate a lot of it. You know, it's Thanksgiving. I was eating a bunch of carrots. I feel like I could really see something. Gilligan's Island.
Well, you didn't just enjoy. You were thinking ahead. You got your carrots. You got a lot of football you're calling the next few days. Well, let's set up the situation here. 4th and 1 at the 45. Well, that ball is a 46-yard line, but
the ball will never leave Craig Dahl's hands right here.
Good call. 10 minutes left. Detroit Lake fans on their feet. Full house backfield. Dahl on the sneak.
Yeah, he definitely picked that up.
Yeah.
Very good quarterback. Very good job. You know, and that's good play calling right there. If you got a big gun, you got to shoot it. And Craig Dahl is definitely, you know, the big gun on this offense, and you got to keep the ball in his hands and keep the chains moving.
He's definitely their MVP, and he gets just as much credit for his fakes as he does for his running. 1st and 10 Cougars on their own 47. Just under 10 minutes left in the 4A title game. Here's Dahl. This time he's going long. And he overshot his man. The pass was intended for number 12. That was Nate Harstad, who he's looked at a couple of times.
He did have Nate Harstad open right there. He overshot him a little bit. Looked like he got behind the defensive back Matt Mission right there, but Craig looked like he overshot him just a little bit there. A good play fake again. And you know, when those good play fakes come, they're not very exciting to work on or exciting to practice, but a lot of it comes from watching yourself in practice and making sure that you don't give away what you're doing. And it looks like Craig Dahl's done a lot of that.
L over 11 a carry. 3 touchdowns for Craig Dahl. What a job he's done. And Detroit Lakes got out of the stance. Hemmenover, if you're a Detroit Lakes player, you got to think of him as a pest because he does that kind of half circle motion every play.
It's definitely a pest, but it's a speedy pest. It's been, you know, definitely take advantage of him in the first half. Goes in motion over here. You can't jump inside just when it goes in motion. Dan Sweeney and the rest of the defensive front got to just sit in there and wait till that ball snaps. Just watch out of the corner of your eye and be ready.
So now the ball is moved up into Detroit Lakes territory. 2nd and 5. Ball at the Lakers 48. And guess who in motion? Dahl on the give to Dominic Evans. Gain of a couple of yards. Scott Sellers on the play. It was 2nd and 5. Now they're going to call it 3rd and 3. So 2 yards for Evans. 3rd and 3. Just over 9 minutes left in the game here. Lakers want to make a stop and get that ball back because they're down by 1.
Well, they have had a few stops. I think actually the Lakers have played stronger on defense in Mankato East. You know, they've actually had a few times where they've stopped them, you know, in key situations, both, you know, on 4th down, able to get the ball back and stay in the game.
And you know the Cougars want to hold on to this ball for a while. Hemmenover in motion. Here's a rollout. Dahl fell under pressure. I don't know if they made him fall, if he fell on his own, but there are a couple players in Craig Dahl's face, including number 89, Tyler Wickham.
Well, they blitzed just about everybody they possibly could for Detroit Lakes right there to put the pressure on Craig Dahl, forcing him to throw the ball a little bit early and a little bit short.
I wonder if Wickham's left hand might have gotten a little.
It looks like Wickham's left hand might have got in there. And I meant Ryan Thurlson definitely didn't mean to hit him in the back like that. Those defensive guys just, stuff like that just happens sometimes.
4th and 3. So here's a punt, something we haven't talked much about. A punt from Mark Rivers into the end zone. So it's a touchback. Detroit Lakes holds. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their 20 with plenty of time. 8:43 left in the game. We'll see what the Lakers can do when we come back.
Hey, heard that urban myth about this place that makes these incredible trucks? An uncharted area of St. Paul called the Northland Triangle. It's the mothership of truck technology. These insanely smart guys make trucks like nothing you've ever seen.
It's the 2002 Ranger 4x4 Super Cab. Well equipped with a V6, flare side, 4-door, CD player, and more. Get into the best-selling compact truck for 14 years running, now with 0% financing.
I gotta find this place.
Easy. See your Northland Ford store today.
Those must have been some cookies you left Santa.
I didn't leave them cookies. I left them cheese.
Ah, the power of cheese.
If you're watching us down in the Mankato area, here's an announcement. Mankato East will have a welcome home for the football team in the Mankato East High School Auditorium tonight at approximately 11 o'clock. Welcome home for the Cougars at approximately 11 o'clock. 1st and 10, Detroit Lakes. They want to spoil that party. Mankey going long. Got him! He's got his man! This is going to be an 80-yard touchdown! Dan Schiller!
Wow, I tell you what, it never slows down here. Detroit Lakes. Reed Mankey doing a good job of finding Dan Schiller coming down the sideline, putting a little bit of air under the ball, gave him an opportunity to run under. Then it's just a foot race to the end zone. And it's hard to beat a man to the end zone. He's that wide open.
You know, we talked about redemption on the Mankato East side earlier. Tony Dickmeyer fumbled, and then later he had a great return. Schiller dropped the two-point conversion, and he just made up for it with an 80-yard touchdown.
Great speed right there at the end of the play. Hard to run over those balls. Hard to run on the ball when you're wide open sometimes, but he did a good job there.
Reed Mankey to Dan Schiller, 80 yards. So the first lead of the game for Detroit Lakes. It's 33-28. Well, you go for one here, you're up 6. You go for 2, you got a 7-point lead.
I'd imagine you'll probably go for 2.
Why not? Let's see this ball in slow motion, right on the money.
Exactly, wonderful throw right there.
Wow, well, that's the pace we started with.
Exactly, Mankey's having a big game. Putting up a lot of points against this Mankato East defense. It isn't giving up very many points all year long. Only giving up about 10 points a game, except for in that one game where they gave up about 35 points against Worthington. They've been solid all year long, not giving up more than 14 points.
Yep. You're right.
Even a fine Rochester John Marshall football team couldn't get more than 12 points on them.
Nice plug. Very well done. Yeah, in the playoffs, the last 4 games, 6, 35, 7, and 7. So, yeah, 7 or less in 3 of the 4. First lead of the game here for Detroit Lakes, and you have to like the redemption factor in that play because Schiller was going to make the catch for the 2-pointer and dropped it, and he just gave his team the lead.
I also just like the play counting of Detroit Lakes. They do a good job of keeping you off balance.
Well, let's see what Reed Mankey does this time. Mankey back, looking, and that pass may have been deflected. He was going for his brother Rory, so it's a 5-point lead, 33-28. Well, that's I can almost tell you the scoring drive information. One play, 80 yards. Now look how much fun the coach is having. Now that's high school football.
Exactly. He looks like a fun coach, a great guy to play for. Looked like Mankey just got a little bit excited right there, or else he might be able to get it to his brother for another 2-point conversion. But they got the lead.
Yeah, they were up on the Menards scoreboard, 33-28, 8.5 to go. I know that last year Detroit Lakes was up 28-0 in the semifinals, and Cambridge Isani came back with 31 straight, and I know that the Lakers have been eager to make up for that. This is their 10th appearance. I mean, we're always seeing Detroit Lakes down here. They won it all in 92, 93, and 95.
They're doing a good job. Flint Machenbacher, their head coach, does a good job with that program. I'm sure they got some very, very good youth feeder programs down there that you don't have a team go to state a bunch of years in a row unless you got some good coaches and all over the area down there.
Both teams lost in the semis last year. Mankato East 21-20 to St. Thomas Academy. These teams easily could have been playing in the championship game last year. They both lost close games in the 2000 semis. As we get ready for the kickoff coming from Shane Tappy. Tappy with the signal. It's on the tee at the 40. And the Lakers with their first lead. Let's see how the Cougars respond. It's an onside kick at the 45-yard line. But the Cougars do a nice job picking it up.
I'm not so sure if that was an onside kick or just an ugly squib kick. I think in the front line right there just did a good job of blocking that ball down and getting on top of it. Lucky Because Mankato East definitely didn't need to have a turnover there. Give the Detroit Lakes offense a little bit more breathing room, especially with that good of a field position they start out with over there in about the 45-yard line.
Adam Bibbs on the recovery. 1st and 10. Cougars, like you said, great field position. 8:29 left in the game. Cougars in a weird position tonight. Down. Look who's got the ball. Dahl on the fake. He turns and he gets free. Wow. You talk about making something out of nothing.
Well, he's definitely been one of the most exciting players on the offensive side of the ball today. Craig Dahl definitely looked like he didn't have anywhere to go right there. Did a full 360, twits it back up speed, back up field, and was able to pick up about 5 yards.
Tyler Wickham, we've called his name a lot. Well, how does he do that? That's as well as you're going to see that done. Putting it into Evans' stomach and not giving him the ball.
Lots of practice.
Here's Dahl. This time he did give the ball up. And I think he gave it to Evans on 2nd and 5 at midfield. Ryan Edwards with a tackle on Evans.
Well, a big part of being that successful with the belly plays, making sure you get away from your center, get into the backfield, put your hand, put the ball in the belly of your fullback, and that's one thing Craig Dahl's real good at. And he's also athletic enough to do that and get the ball back out of there and pitch it. A lot of times you wouldn't want your quarterback to handle the ball that much, but they have a lot of confidence in Craig Dahl, their quarterback.
Tell you one thing about these Laker fans dressed in red, they make a lot of noise. They've been on their feet for a lot of the second half, trying to boost their defense. Full house backfield for the Cougars on 3rd and 2. Steffensmeyer. His forward progress looked like he got inside the 45, which is where he had to go. Tony Steffensmeyer should have enough for a Cougars first down.
Well, Steffensmeyer again doing a good job of lacing it up inside. Didn't have very much space there to operate. Was able to pick up the first down.
Candidates for our Defensive Player of the Game award, Tyler Wickham and Aaron Fultz in on the tackle. They are making the majority of the tackles for the Lakers.
No question, they're the leaders on their defensive side of the ball.
1st and 10 Cougars at the 44-yard line. Under 7 minutes to go. The Cougars so far answering well after falling behind. They're putting together a nice drive. Guess who's got the ball? Dahl outside. He's got to beat Rory Mankey. Takes him on and is driven into the turf at about the 15-yard line. Hit by Rory Mankey, but a gain of about 29 yards.
27 touchdowns for Craig Dahl this year. He's averaging about 10 yards a carry, and you can see why here. Puts the ball in the belly of his fullback, pulls it out, comes around the corner, turns on the jets right here. And good old Roy Mankey right there, the sophomore, do it all for Detroit Lakes, able to bring him down and save the touchdown.
Greg Dahl, a junior, Rory Mankey, a sophomore. 1st and 10 at the 15, give Dahl 29 yards. And a clinic on how to fake the option. Now this time give to Steffensmeyer, and he's brought down by a bunch of red shirts, starting with Tyler Wickham. Also Guy Teets, number 74, was in there.
Well, that's one of the few times they've actually been able to slow down Tony Steffensmeyer inside. Usually he's been able to lace the ball up in there and pick up anywhere from 3 to 7 yards, but right there they were able to stop him for no gain.
Nick Hemmenover reported in for the Cougars. 2nd and 10. No gain on that one. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. 6.5 left from the Metrodome. Lakers 33-28. They have the lead. Cougars with the ball. Dahl to a big target. Brandon Brewstad. It'll be 1st and goal. Ryan Tharaldson on the hit, but a gain of about 11 yards.
Well, Brandon Brewstad definitely kept his eyes on the ball that time. Sometimes the easy ones are hard to catch, and the hard ones are easy to catch. And right there, great focus by Brandon Brewstad to come down with that catch and pick up the first down.
6'5", 235. A nice target for Dahl.
That is a big, nice tight end target right there.
They give him 12. 1st and goal at the 3. I would say Mankato East answering so far. They need to finish the drive to get the lead, though. Here's Dahl on the keeper. He's in! Craig Dahl just took Nate Pavelko with him for a ride.
Well, there's no way that a quarterback should be able to do that. Quarterbacks are supposed to be able to bring him down the backfield. Nate Pavelko had an opportunity to bring him down, but Craig Dahl just a little bit too strong for his 28th touchdown of the season. They got 4 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah.
He's having a whale of a game.
Yeah, he's got all but one because Hemenover had the first one. He's had 4 straight. I think this is Craig Dowell's way of saying, you know, you're the guy who intercepted me early in the game. I'm going to take you for a ride. 34-33 Cougars. What a game. There's Dowell, hands off, and they stump Steffensmeyer again. Ryan Edwards and Aaron Foltz in there. Stay with us. It's going to be a fantastic finish. 5:29 to go. Mankato East by 1 on the Menard scoreboard.
This is our family business. Every day, the whole thing comes to life all over again. We have to make sure that everything runs just right. We also have to watch costs. So being part of our electric co-op works for us, helps us get things done. It gives us more than electricity. It gives us power.
And we shine as one.
Hey, Hallie Eisenberg drinking a Pepsi.
Actually, this isn't a Pepsi. It's new Pepsi Twist with lemon. And I'm not Hallie Eisenberg.
I'm Halle Berry.
Drinking Pepsi Twist.
Well, it's not exactly Pepsi Twist. It's Diet Pepsi Twist. And I'm not exactly Halle Berry.
You know?
I'm Barry Bostwick.
Who is Barry Bostwick?
Like twists? Try new Pepsi Twist in regular and diet. A lemon twist on that great Pepsi taste.
There's the Menard scoreboard. Daryl's one of the most fun games we've announced together. What a game this is right now.
Oh, no question about it. Manke, 10 of 15, 240 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 7 straight completions. An exciting game. Then Craig Dahl on the other side of the ball, 42 yards during that last possession, and he got on the ground all by himself. You can see why he's a whale athlete. He also plays some defense.
Yeah, one of the great individual performances, because like you said, he plays both sides of the ball. Well, Service and Rory Manke ran into each other, and Service is running near the 30-yard line, so a pretty good return. Sort of like 2 baseball players calling for the fly ball, and Service, I believe, took it. That looked like number 5, actually. Oh, that's Mike Frankberg, who you're seeing. I think it was looked like Service on the return.
Yeah, they need to communicate a little bit better than that. Lucky that ball didn't hit the ground.
Well, there's the scoring drive.
7 plays, 55 yards. Craig Dahl, the majority of that, 42 yards of those his.
Between the passing, hit Brewstead on a big one, and his fakes. I think Dominic Evans always thinks he's going to get the loaf of bread, and then Dowell takes it away. Let's see how Reed Manke does. He's had a very nice game as well. Now there's movement on the play. This isn't even going to count. Looked like a red shirt on the left side of the line might have jumped early.
It's been a very, very well played game too. There haven't been very many penalties in this game. Very good coaching all the way around.
Detroit Lakes. Look like the left side of the line here, Edwards or Teets. And it'll be a 1st and 15 at the 25-yard line. 5:22 left. Anybody's game. 34-33. Cougars leading the Lakers. Both teams failed on their last 2-point conversion. In fact, the Lakers haven't gotten the Lakers did not get their last one, I should say. Manke fired it downfield, and it looked like Darren Hovland was screaming for interference.
And for very good reason. It looked like he got locked up over there with the defensive back, but he didn't get the call right there.
Both teams missing on their last 2-point conversion. Some gutsy calls tonight, some fun calls, a lot of 4th downs they've gone for. Detroit Lakes going for the 2-point conversion and failing when they didn't take the lead. They came right back. 2nd and 15 at the 25. Cannot ask for more in a high school game than we've seen so far. Here's Reed Mankey. Deep drop, lots of time. Got his man. There's Schiller. Needed to get to the 40-yard line. So on third down, it's going to be about third and close to 6 yards.
They do a very good job with this offense. Reed Mankey and Darry Hovland right there, because it's in all their receivers deep that time. And they sent Darren Hovland on a little drag route underneath. Was able to pick up some yards and make it so it wasn't quite as long of a reach here on third down. They had to pick up about 10 yards on that play, make this third down in about 6.
Tony Adderley stops Schiller. Yep, just like you said, 3rd and 6 at the 34. Under 5 minutes, 4:40 and counting. Mankey out of the gun. 27-yard line, he throws it. That would have been a great catch. That was intended for the man you just talked about, Darren Hovland. I think he needed to be like Kellen Winslow or Tony Gonzalez to bring that one down.
He would have needed to be, but still, he almost came down with that. Darren Hovland is definitely one of the receivers that Reed Mankey feels very comfortable with besides his brother.
Now we got a penalty against the Lakers. A player is down for Mankato East, but the penalty looked like a flipping call, or block below the knees, possibly. Let's make sure the Mankato East player, you see him right there being looked at. It's Tony Adderley, who's a defensive captain, who's done we've called his name on a lot of tackles tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely had a good game this afternoon. Looked like he might have been the player that got clipped right there. So when the player's looking down below his waist right there, you know that something could be seriously wrong. Hopefully he'll get up and trot off the field.
This reminds me of just two teams playing, just getting together and playing on an afternoon because field goals haven't been a part of the game.
No, field goals haven't been a part of the game. Punting hasn't been a very big part of the game. It looks like one of those things where you just draw the plays on your hand and in the sand on the ground and throw it up in there and make it happen.
That's Tony Adderley. Good to see him up. Looks like he's walking up under his own power, limping a little bit. Let's hope we see him back in the game. We're going to take a look at him here on the left side of the screen. Here he comes. Oh, there's the block right there.
Yeah, that's definitely a clip, a block below the waist. And they don't allow that in high school. A lot of times they'll do that in college and in the NFL. They definitely allow you to block below the waist, but not right now, not in high school.
Yeah, that's dangerous to a knee as the rock group Kiss looks on.
Can you name those guys? Ace?
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop and really think about it. I think I could, but I don't think I'd do it in the allotted time. 4:30 left. Here's Mankey on 3rd and 21. He hangs one up there. Hovland adjusting, and this. Oh, no flag. There's a late flag. You know, I wondered if Hovland's talking about the previous play might have come in, because that was a very late flag on the interference, but it looked like it was a worthy flag.
It was a worthy flag. Darren Hovland did a good job of trying to fight back to get to that ball, like he was fighting against Dickmeyer. It's had an exciting afternoon, Tony, but right there, Dickmeyer looked like he got on top of him a little bit and interfered with Darren Hovland trying to catch that ball, and therefore he got the pass interference call.
Well, Mankey took a hit from Josh Pope when he threw it, making that ball hang up there. Here it is.
Yeah, he definitely ran over him right there. Got to look back and make it at least look like you're trying to catch that ball.
Well, Darryl, they're all big plays now, but that was 3rd and 21. Now, remember, this is different, folks, from what you see in the NFL, where it's the spot of where it happens in a first down. This is a 15-yard penalty, so it's 3rd and 6 at the 34 instead of 21 yards to go. They need 6 yards. They need to get to the 40-yard line for a first down.
It's first down.
Oh, I'm sorry, automatic first down after the interference penalty. Scoreboard has not adjusted. They move it up 15 yards, so it's 1st and 10. I don't think the scoreboard has picked up on that. So it should be 2nd and 10 now.
Yes.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mankato East, they're getting away with a lot of pass interference calls in that secondary. Another time right there, looked like he just looked him up and smacked him versus worrying about trying to cover him. But they didn't get it called.
Well, there's Reed Mankey. He's got 2nd and 10 at the 34. 4:18 left in this game. Now the scoreboard is adjusted. 2nd and 10, 34-yard line. Mankey about 5 yards back in the shotgun. trying to buy some time. He's got time. And he throws wide looking for his brother. He had him going towards the sideline.
A lot of pressure on that Mankato East defense. You know, when you got trips on one side and you got a slot back and a receiver over on the other side, you got to be there's a lot of things for that Mankato East defense to think about. And they're doing a pretty good job of covering. You know, all the way back there with their quarterback. You know, Craig Dahl does a good job also playing quarterback in the secondary, making sure that everyone gets aligned correctly and covers all those receivers right there. Reed Mankey didn't have anywhere to really throw the ball and overthrew his brother a little bit.
Well, they got the automatic first down on the penalty, making it 1st and 10, but they've misfired on the last 2, so it's 3rd and 10 at the 34. They need to get to the 44. They're going to loft it up on the bomb. It's thrown for Rory Mankey, incomplete. 4th and 10 with 4:07 left. They look for the brother act on the left sideline, similar to the Schiller play that worked.
I think Craig Dahl might have got away with one. Real good athlete, and Craig Dahl trying to cover Rory Mankey right there, and did a good job. And if you're going to pass interfere, if you look back, you got an opportunity getting away with it. And right there, Craig Dahl did a good job. He looked back in the backfield, looked like it was an incidental contact.
Yeah.
And that's definitely what you want to have, incidental contact, not that purposeful contact.
Maybe we can see that one again. I was wondering about that too. It looked like there might have been some interference down that sideline, but it's 4th and 10 at the 34-yard line, and the Lakers have just used their last timeout, so can't stop the clock. The only way they can stop the clock if they have the ball after this is by spiking the ball and getting out of bounds. Let's see, the Rockwood Kiss. We have Gene Simmons, Peter Chris, Ace Frehley. There's one more. It's 4.
I don't know. I didn't listen to a lot of Kiss growing up, to be honest with you, but
I see.
Fine group.
Yeah.
Great makeup.
Yes.
Great makeup, and that guy who spit blood and all that stuff. That was exciting stuff. I can remember the covers of those. Definitely.
You didn't listen to him. You just know everything about it.
Not a lot. No, but you get forced to listen to him if you grow up in Minnesota.
All right. I missed on the 4th one. It was Paul Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that one. Thank you, crew. 4th and 10 at the 34. Well, we keep saying it. They're all big. Here's the latest play of the game right here. Reed Mankey needs to get his team to the 44-yard line. Let's see if there's a blitz. He's under pressure. He's got a man. Schiller. Oh, just out of his reach. And he had him.
He sure did. Schiller dropped one earlier, made up for it later on, caught the ball, and right there had an opportunity to make a huge play and was unable to come up with the catch.
What a read on the blitz. Let's see this play.
Did a good job because they blitzed. They had everyone locked up in man coverage.
Kind of a Willie Mays over the shoulder is what it would have taken right off the fingertips.
The difficult catch to make. And Mankey put it where it needed to be, and Schiller couldn't come up with it.
Wow. Looked like they were going to get a first down and more. Well, now, Mankato East with 4:03 left. They can get some first downs. Remember, Detroit Lakes can't stop the clock. They're going to throw. Ball was bobbled momentarily by Mark Rivers. Hangs onto it.
Well, it's going to be awfully difficult for Detroit Lakes to come back in this game, especially due to the fact that they haven't really, although they have stopped them a few times, they really haven't done a good job of stopping them quickly. They've eaten up a lot of clock every single time, even though they are only down by 1 point. They need some type of turnover right now. I'd imagine they got to be trying to figure out a way to blitz and put a little bit of pressure on Craig Dahl.
3.5 left. It's a 1-point game. 34-33 Cougars. Handoff Dominic Evans, a short yardage guy. And he may have even lost a yard. Aaron Fultz makes another tackle.
He may be our defensive player of the game, but I'm sure they got to try to, if they can stop him here on 3rd down, especially without gaining a lot of yards, they got something special going on. But I'd imagine they're definitely going to try to keep the ball in Craig Dahl's hands. And if I were that defense, I'd take that into account and make sure I was trying to spy someone over the top to slow him down a little bit.
We're under 3 minutes. 2:50 to go. 3rd and 8. They got to get to the 24-yard line. Dahl hands it off to Steffensmeyer. Well, Mankato East should get it back. It's 4th down.
Oh, they're definitely going to get an opportunity to get it back, but I'd imagine that they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They should get it back, and with Dahl, you're right, you never know. 4th and 7.
And we haven't seen very much of Dahl during this drive. They've done some of their conservative plays with the drives up the middle. And here, see the handoff to Stephenson, the second man up in there. I don't think they're going to do that this time. I think they're going to keep the ball in the hands of Craig Dahl, their big money guy. He's got 4 touchdowns. He needs one more first down right here to guarantee a state championship.
Go with who got you here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, what a job. What a night for Craig Dahl. You're not going to see a better performance by a player in a prep bowl. In fact, most touchdowns rushing in the prep bowl is 4. In the prep bowl program.
And who was it?
Jason Miller of Monoman in '91 and Isaiah Wall of Westbrook Walnut Grove last year. They both had 4 touchdowns rushing. So,
well, that's something Detroit Lakes definitely has to think about. They know that Craig Dahl's going to be their guy this year. He has a few fumbles. I think he's got about 13 fumbles this year. He hasn't dropped the ball at all in this game. But he's definitely going to have the ball in his hands on this carry, and I'd imagine he'll have his hand on it at the end of the drive also.
It's 4th and 7. Mankato East has to get the ball to the 24-yard line. Reed Mankey on the right, getting ready if his defense can hold Mankato East. But Craig Dahl, who's been the story tonight, if he can get 7 yards with 2:09 left, that should put it away. Laker defense will dig in. The Cougar offensive line does the same. Everybody's up on the lower level of the Metrodome. 4th and 7. Here we go. And a movement along the line. It looked like
Tyler
Zitzo got into the neutral zone. He moved. So on 4th and 7, this will move it up. They only need 2 now.
That's tough. That's kind of a backbreaker right there. Mankato East is 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions.
And like you said, this one's a lot easier now because it's 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 7.
Oh, they were lined up in their double wing formation. I'm almost certain that we're going to see that double or triple option that we've seen all night.
Oh, what a game. What a game. 34-33. Conversions a big factor in this game, just like they were earlier in the two-way game. They need 2 yards, and they're not going to get it. Aaron Fultz.
Boy, I tell you what, I don't know. I'd have a hard time agreeing with that call. I got to go like what you said earlier. I got to go with where my bread's buttered, and that's with Craig Dahl. 28 touchdowns, 4 tonight, tied a prep bowl record. I would probably want to keep the ball in his hands, run that triple option, and put the full pressure on that Detroit Lakes defense.
What a tackle, textbook tackle. You know, a lot of times the big hits get the publicity, but he had Steffensmeyer around the leg to slow him down. That was Fultz, and then finishing it off, Ryan Edwards. Here's the situation. Detroit Lakes has the ball at the 29. They have no timeouts. They have 2:06 left. A field goal will win it. We keep talking about touchdowns. They're only down by 1. That ball is thrown and caught by Hovland at about the 45. It's a first down. Give him 16.
Nice throw, a nice catch by Mr. Hovland. He's been his bread and butter man all afternoon, although Reed does a good job of spreading the ball out and getting to everybody.
2 minutes on the clock. High school doesn't have a 2-minute warning, but we've sort of got one now. And here we go. 2 minutes left. 1st and 10. Detroit Lakes with the ball at their own 45. Here's Reed Mankey. Great quarterback play by both teams. Mankey, he's got time out of the gun to his brother, Rory. Now they're in Mankato East territory. 1:50 on the clock.
A great job of Reed Mankey operating this offense. You know, not very much time here. Good job of taking his time, finding his brother right over the middle, getting his team up to the line of scrimmage with another play.
We're down to 135, 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 2. Here's Reed Mankey again. Let's get back to it. Mankey, pump fake, going for it all to his brother. Overthrew it. Double coverage there, the deep coverage. And guess who's on the coverage?
Craig Dahl. He's a part of everything this afternoon. I think he is in marvelous condition. I think he's got to have at least over 150 yards, and he's played defense, safety the entire game, and he operates just like a good safety does. He quarterbacks that defensive secondary to make sure in the right place at the right time. You can see puts a little pressure there on Rory, even though Rory does put a nice lick on him there to finish off that play.
Rory got by Clint Adams, but Dahl was the insurance. 3rd and 2 at the 47. It's obviously 4-down territory. They're at the 47-yard line with 1:24 left. That's probably the biggest stat of all. And we're going to got an official timeout. Detroit Lakes can't call one. 3rd and 2 at the 47-yard line. Remember, it's 34-33.
I say Detroit Lakes, I can almost guarantee you they're going to go for the jugular right here.
Well,
they're going to run an out and up again because it's 3rd down and short. They think, oh, they're just going to get that 1st down. They just want to keep the ball alive, but I don't think so. Now with that gentleman right there, he's going to go for the jugular.
Yeah, based on what they've done this whole game. Remember, they could have tied it earlier, and they went for 2, and that's kind of been the difference points-wise. These conversions. 3 receivers to Reed Mankey's right, 2 to his left. He's all by himself back there, and he's going long. Hovland. Got him! Inside the 20-yard line! Oh, baby, what a game!
Great catch right there by Darren Hovland. The senior tried to finish out strong. Reed Mankey does a good job to find him down the sideline, lays the ball up and lets Darren Hovland run right under it, and was also aware enough to get out of bounds. I don't know if he meant to, but it was a smart play to get out of bounds and stop the clock and give his team time to huddle up and call a good play.
28 yards, 1st and 10 at the 19. I was kind of similar to Schiller, and then it was on the fingertips, and he got it. 1:19 left. Oh, Darryl, what a game. 1st and 10, Detroit Lakes at the Mankato East 19. Cougar defense trying to make a stop here. Lakers can taste it. Reed Mankey on the pitch to Raboyne. Raboyne near the 10-yard line. He's out of bounds. Looks like at the 11. Play only took about 6 seconds.
Look at those Detroit Lakes players run back to that huddle. They got a lot of pop in their step. They're excited. They got an opportunity here to win a state championship, and they definitely didn't think they had that. That 4th down stop is huge right now.
Yeah, and they're doing it with no timeouts. That's what's impressive. We haven't heard from Raboyne lately, but he just came up with an 8-yard run. 2nd and 2 at the 11. Now the field gets compacted. Let's see what the Lakers do. Down by 1. Mankey behind center. Gives it right up the middle. We've seen a lot of those handoffs, and that's Raboyne again. They scored on that play. Time down to 1:05 now. It's a 1st down, so the clock stopped.
Well, they're in and out of that huddle quick. Raboyne, good job with that quick hitter. 1st down. See what to do here. I think that they're probably going to go with the brother-to-brother connection right here. See if they can get it in the end zone.
Clock running under a minute on the polka dot dairy. 1-minute clock. 1st and goal at the 9. Mankey, he gave it off right up the middle. Well, they're going to work this clock down because these plays take a while. You see the time.
They take a while. They're running quick. Looks like they're going to play for the field goal here. Maybe try to run out the clock and see if they can put all the pressure on their kicker.
And we have not seen a field goal this entire game. Everybody's gone for it on 4th down every time. Coming up on a half-minute for the 4A title. The ball's at the 7. Remember, Rory Mankey's lined up wide. And we're inside the 5-yard line on this play. Garrett Raboyne.
They're already, before Raboyne can even get back in the huddle, they're back at the line of scrimmage running another play.
And by we, I mean where the referees spotted. 3rd and goal from the 4. They're going to spike it, like you said, with 7 seconds left. So the state championship is going to come down to a field goal kick.
That's a lot of pressure to put on that kicker, but they don't get paid at all in high school, but it's going to be awfully exciting right here.
What a game we have here tonight. All right, let's set it up for you. The hold will be Mike Frankberg. The kick, Matt Misson. And Mankato East will ice the Detroit Lakes kicker here.
No question about it. And I am surprised with the aggressiveness of the Detroit Lakes offense with Reed Mankey and the success he's had throwing the ball this afternoon. They didn't take at least 1 or 2 shots at the end zone during that last drive, especially when they had 38, 39 seconds down there.
You either get it or you an incomplete pass stops the clock. But Flip Motzenbacher on 4th down. The ball's at the 4. That tee is at the 12. So it's about 22 yards for Matt Misson.
Also surprised they didn't try to run it over on the right to see if they could get it lined up a little bit better for Matt Misson. All 3 of those plays were dives over on the left side of the line of scrimmage.
Mike Frankberg the hold. Matt Misson to kick it. Ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Matt Misson didn't get very many opportunities this afternoon, but when he did, he definitely capitalized and might have won a state championship for Detroit Lakes. 4 seconds still remain on the clock. We'll see what happens here. Imagine they'll probably try to kick it on the ground and run the clock out, but Mankato East with all that speed, we never know what's going to happen. You start pitching that ball back, they can make something happen.
36, 34, Detroit Lakes with 4 seconds left. Well, you need a Cal Stanford kind of play, like you say here.
Exactly, and it comes back to that big stop. And I think that probably would be our defensive player of the game. Aaron Foltz, enabled his team. They had not missed on 4th down conversion the entire game. Aaron Foltz came with that big play, enabled his team to have that drive all the way down the field to kick that field goal.
Well, no doubt on the kick. Now, how ironic in a game dominated by big runs, some long pass touchdowns. The only field goal try of the game could be the one that wins it for Detroit Lakes.
Would you try an onside kick here, or would you kick it deep and give an opportunity to throw it up? And Mankato always has a ton of speed.
Yeah, I would. Well, I would kick it and kick it right at somebody on an onside type kick.
Yeah, I think that
because it'll take a while for a team to try to lateral it if they don't have to dive on it, because if they dive on it, they're down anyway. They only have 4 seconds. What would you do? Would you go deep, or would you?
No, I would definitely try to kick an onside kick or kick it down the middle of the field in a squib, but I wouldn't even kick it down the middle. I think with that tremendous speed that Mankato East has, you get those guys start pitching the ball and they'd run reverses, all that type of stuff. I wouldn't give them that much of an opportunity.
What a game we have had here tonight. Wow, that polka dot dairy 1-minute clock has been as big a stat as anything on the Menards scoreboard. 36-34. What a game there, Darryl.
No question about it. It's been a very, very exciting game from the opening kickoff to the 2 turnovers they had and the 25 or 30 points that were scored in the first quarter.
Mankato East had a great defensive stand, and then you mentioned Aaron Foltz stopping Mankato East on 4th down. And then the 2-minute drill, run to perfection by Reed Mankey with no timeouts.
Excellent. It looks like they're lined up here for a regular kick, although I will be surprised if they kick it deep.
Well, we will get the kick here. This is Shane Tappy with the signal. Yep, they did it, and diving on it right away is Justin Wilmus. So that only took a second.
Hey, and a good play by Justin. I was kind of thinking, Justin, get up. You don't make something happen. Justin got that ball down. Got his team has an opportunity to make something happen.
Well, if you're a Mankato East fan, probably the offensive star of this game, Craig Dowell, is going to try to use the strength of his arm to heave one up here.
And do you go into the prevent defense that's just about everyone is against right now? You got to change the whole philosophy of football going to it, but I think it might be a good idea to put some pressure on Craig Dowell right here.
Well,
Craig Dowell's not even going to play quarterback, it looks like.
No.
Send him out.
No, you're right. At quarterback is Mark Rivers, number 11. How good is his arm? It's the old alley-oop. He's going down the field. Ball was dropped. Detroit Lakes has won a thrilling 4A championship.
Well, he couldn't have had anything more than that. Flint Machenbacher's got to be awfully proud and excited about his team. They did just about everything that you need to do to win a state championship. They made some big stops on defense, huge plays on offense, and got a contribution from just about everybody on their team. A great game by both teams.
Mankato East loses for the first time this year. You're not going to see a better game at the Prep Bowl than that one. What a job by both teams.
No, and like you talked about earlier, I think it's definitely the best game we've ever done together here at the Prep Bowl.
Craig Dowell, quarterback play on both sides. Flint Machenbacher saw his team execute the 2-minute drill. And the quarterbacks from both teams. Craig Dowell mostly on the ground. And
Reed Mankey.
And Reed Mankey running that 2-minute drill.
And using just about everybody. He threw the ball to Darren Hogan, and Garrett Robin ran it. Rory Mankey, his brother, did a great job. Tyler Wickstrom, Eric Frankenberger. He threw the ball just about to everybody, and they all took advantage of it and did a good job.
Yeah. The big play on the winning drive, I believe, was to Hovland on the left sideline.
Exactly. Yeah, Hovland did a good job and just extended himself and caught that ball with his fingertips.
And let's not forget either, Matt Misson was not missing that kick.
He didn't miss it. He didn't get very many opportunities, but he's definitely the man with the golden foot in Detroit Lakes tonight.
What a game played by both teams. Defensive stands. We had big plays. Mankato East with a fantastic job, but Detroit Lakes had the last big possession and wins it on Matt Misson's field goal. And these Laker fans are still on their feet.
For good reason. Their team played their heart out tonight, had an outstanding game. Couldn't ask for more than that. Aaron Foltz, 16 tackles and 1 fumble recovery. Dahl, 16 carries, 172 yards, 4 TDs, averaging about 10 yards per carry. You know what? A good play of the game? I think it's that 4th down stop, to be honest with you, by Foltz.
Yeah, that's what gave Detroit Lakes the ball in the first place to start that drive. That's a good point. We'll get to that in just a bit. We're going to try to hear from the winners shortly, but as you can imagine, it is bedlam down on the field. A sea of red. Looks like a team photo is being set up with bleachers at midfield. 36-34. The Lakers win a state title. This is their 4th title since '92. They won it in '92, '93, '95. They lost in the semis last year. They were runners-up in '97.
That's a lot of championships in the 90s. That's a very, very good program, and you can see why. They do a good job with the coaching right there, and they got a lot of young kids, and I'd look to see them back again in the future. Then not everyone's going to leave that program. Those Mankeys will be one Mankeys late and another one staying there, and I'm sure they got some kids fantasizing about playing, hitting that weight room early. They'll be back.
Chris Foltz hoisting up the trophy. Well, Matt Misson's foot decided it all. He is with Ryan Lund.
All right, Matt Misson needs to change his name to Make. Ice in the veins. You step up, 7 seconds to go. The game-winning field goal in the state championship game. First, tell me what was going through your mind before the kick.
Well, they had talked to me in practice about making sure that I was ready to do it. So I was pretty calm until they called their timeout. Then I started feeling the nerves a little bit, but I got over it.
Is this a situation you want to be in?
Well, when you make it, you do. When you miss it, you wouldn't want to be, but since I made it, sure, why not?
When you saw that ball going between the uprights, how did it feel?
Oh, unbelievable. I can't even describe how it felt. Just listening to the crowd and everybody else, it was just unreal.
Matt Misson, congratulations. Thanks. Call him Ice, call him Make, whatever. He made the field goal. Flint Machenbacher, You've got a state championship. You took this job 4 years ago. First 2 seasons didn't make it to state, which in Detroit Lakes, that's something they expect to do every year. How much more does it mean after having some low points to be on top right now?
Oh, it's awesome. It has nothing to do with me. It does with a great bunch of kids that just worked their tail off all year. Also in the preseason, the summer, they just did it. It's the kids did it.
Coach, you're not the biggest guy in the world, but as the seconds ticked off the clock, I saw you up in the air pretty high. What do you got for a vertical there?
I don't know. I could have touched the top, I think, but I'm just so happy for our kids and our community. You know, look at that following there. That's just amazing, and I don't know what to say. Kind of speechless, and that's unique for me.
What's your heart rate right now?
I don't know. I don't want to check it.
All right, well, you can go check that trophy because Detroit Lakes Class 4A state champions. Daryl Thompson, Jeff Grayson going to wrap up one of the best games we have seen in a long time here at the Metrodome. Back with more from the Prep Bowl number 20.
Hogs the remote, and so his wife is constantly subjected to his programming. Over time, this has had quite an effect on her.
We can only surmise what happened after that.
Yes, 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 yes! Go, 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 go! Get up!
This could have been avoided with Ultimate TV. Phil could have easily recorded both his shows and shows for her at the same time. Digitally recorded television could have preserved the woman he married.
Welcome to Dairyville, where the kids are good, and so are the dairy products. It wasn't always that way. Dairyville was Dullsville, and people didn't understand that some dairy products contain harmful hormones. Then one day, Polka Dot Dairy arrived in town, bringing with it healthy, fresh, and hormone-free dairy products. The difference between good and bad dairy products is black and white. Try Polka Dot Dairy products today. Pure chocolate milk from Polka Dot, just $1.19, and orange juice, 2 for $3, or $1.59 each.
A banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with all the extras. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay, free during your first 60 days.
He's our best.
Where'd you learn to shoot? Boy Scout, sir.
Sent undercover in the most dangerous situations.
What is your connection?
I have no connection. Now, he's in trouble.
Tom Bishop's been arrested for espionage.
And the game,
I'm getting him out.
Is...
We got zero room for error.
On.
Get out of the way!
Usually called Spy Game, gripping and entertaining. It's everything you want in a spy thriller. It keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. Spy Game, rated R. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
As America keeps rolling, so does 0% financing on most every car and truck at your local Chevy dealer. That's right, get 0% financing on almost every new 2002 car and truck we build. From Silverado to Trailblazer, Cavalier to Impala. They're the cars and trucks that America depends on, and you can own one interest-free. While America moves forward, don't let this offer pass you by. Keep America rolling. See your local Chevy dealer today.
What can you say after the 4A championship game except, wow, that's the Hastings band. They're getting ready for 5A. Well, we hope that after Detroit Lakes and Mankato East get to take a breath and look back at this, they both really should thank them. We should thank them because they put on a great show. Mankato East and Detroit Lakes, the Lakers win it 36-34.
You couldn't ask for much more than that in a state championship game. Both quarterbacks putting on huge performances. You know, the special teams, and then that huge defensive stop at the end of the game.
Two of the best quarterback performances we've seen, and one of the best Prep Bowl games I think we've seen in years. Craig Dowell did it on the ground and with deceptive fakes. Reed Mankey did it through the air.
No question. Yeah, both quarterbacks, they did it all. You know, Mankey through the air and Craig Dowell on the ground taking advantage. I think he set a Prep Bowl record with four touchdowns.
Yep, rushing.
You know? Yep. Yeah, so it's definitely, incredible.
That's our segue into the American Dairy Association's players of the game. Let's talk offense first. Craig Dowell.
Well, Craig Dowell was definitely special today. 16 carries, 172 yards, 4 touchdowns, averaging 10 yards per carry. He ties a Prep Bowl record. and sets a prep work at the same time. It's only 2 of 8 passing for 16 yards, but he didn't need to pass the ball. He did it all with his feet.
Yeah, the amount of yards per carry is a new Prep Bowl record, and his touchdowns tie one. So now the American Dairy Association's offensive player of the game is Craig Dahl, who will receive a certificate and a donation sent to Mankato East High School on his behalf from your local dairy farmers. The power of cheese. Now let's go to the other side of the ball, the defensive player of the game, and we go to Aaron Foltz.
Well, Aaron Foltz was everywhere today, had an opportunity right there to make a big play to bring down the quarterback. But then when you look at it on that last drive when it was 4th down and short, Mankato East had been making, they were 2 for 2 on their 4th down conversions. Aaron Foltz brought him down in the backfield to give his team an opportunity to go down there and win the game.
Close to 20 tackles and a fumble recovery. The American Dairy Association's defensive player of the game is Aaron Foltz, who will receive a certificate and a donation sent to Detroit Lakes on his behalf from your local dairy farmers. The power of cheese. Well, now we've got to talk about the General Motors play of the game. We're catching our breath too. I don't remember a game where we had tougher calls on the players of the game and the play of the game. We decided to go with the one that set up the 2-minute drill. It was 4th down for Mankato East. If they get this and convert it into a 1st down, the game is over.
Well, you're exactly right. Right there, Aaron Foltz one more time. Those 16 tackles, that was probably the most important one that he had in the entire game. Gave his team an opportunity to go down, kick that field goal, and come home with the state championship.
Great tackle there. Detroit Lakes making the stop, and then Reed Mankey leads the 2-minute drill with no timeouts. That's our General Motors play of the game. Again, thanks to Mankato East and Detroit Lakes for putting on a great show. We got the 5A next. Catch your breath.
Just a good time, get a little bit of water, a little coffee, we're ready to go.
5A is next. You're watching Prep Bowl 20 from the Metrodome.
Okay, class. Today, we're going to work on handwriting. Now, try to...
Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now, express yourself. Whatever you do,